Everybody's here? Yes. All right. Welcome, everyone, to the Right Wing Dice Squad. I don't actually have a clever intro for this week. We believe a lot of things, but more importantly, it seems like we believe that RP killing the entire party is an appropriate way to end a campaign. 2 campaigns in a row, it seems. We journey back now, still in Regni, to approximately 200 years before the collapse of the Arimus Empire. The Arimus Empire here is at its peak. For the history of that, going back even further, the young race of men had a meager existence, squandered, scraped for every little piece of subsistence that they could find. Eventually, a light came in the form of the Arimus Empire that showed a morality and an order and a civility to build phenomenal structures, incredible arts, and a vibrant culture. With that, they also built military might, and they used that military might to spread their culture, their dominant culture, outwards. Some were happy to accept this, particularly the humans. Some humans were not. Many elves, many dwarves, many Goliath, many other races who were in the path of this expansion didn't particularly care for it, but they were swallowed up into the Empire all the same. Here, in this campaign, our heroes will be exploring Regni, as it was the height of the Arimus Empire. And we begin in a small encampment at the top of a very small mountain, still covered in snow in the northern end of Regni. Around the large fire in the middle of the camp, there are makeshift tents, very, very cozy makeshift tents made of bear skins and moose skins, and very, very warm, cozy tents, but they can be picked up in a matter of hours and moved. Nomadic tribe of Goliath. Very, very large, all muscular, all hard. They are known as, why do I not have this open right now? I'm messing up my flow. Known as the Frostbroken Clan. Individually, one by one, they've been raiding nearby villages, talking to nearby villages and trading with them. And mostly what they're dealing with is people. People that they found interesting in some way or another. The top of this mountain in these cages that they have made out of the fallen timber, bound it together. One by one, you all look around. In one cage, you see 2 people. Well, not 2 people necessarily. You see one elvish-looking individual and a much, much smaller-looking elf. Seems to have wings. This cage, though not as sturdy maybe as some of the other cages, is wound tighter and has smaller openings in the cage. Most of you are looking in towards the campfire, and you see a group of 12 or so Goliath sitting around it. Most of them with their backs to you. They don't seem terribly concerned about your escape. Lilith, why don't you go ahead and describe what everybody else is looking at as they're staring around and seeing in this cage.
I just rolled for the season I was in, by the way, just for game.
All right.
So you see a 6'1" average Eladrian female elf. She has long blue hair. Her skin is like icy white almost, with blue tones underneath it. And she is leaning against a cage with her hands crossed and just kind of staring into the void of nothing. And that's where we're at.
Bouncing around in that cage with you. Raven? How do you pronounce the name?
Reverie.
Reverie, go ahead and describe what they're seeing bouncing around in the cage.
Question. Can my legs fit through the top of the cage?
Fit through the top? Yeah, I think
Yes.
so. It's just it's a
Okay.
woven
That's really-
stick.
You said they're wrong
Yeah,
tight.
it's a woven stick cage,
Cool.
but it's just not big enough for you to squeeze out. But yeah, you can put your hands out
Yeah.
and such.
Yeah, so you see a character, his legs he's hanging upside down. His legs hooked to the ceiling, wings rapidly like a hummingbird. There are 6 iridescent green wings just quickly flapping. And he's approximately 2.5 feet tall, and you just hear him looking down at the blue character. Let's leave the Feywild, Lilith says. It'll be fun, Lilith says. There'll be shiny stuff, Lilith says. Do you see any shiny stuff, Lilith? We're in a cage. Why are we in a cage?
While this is going on, you can just hear like long sighs, just.
Don't you sigh at me. Do you know what the weather's going to be like? I test Druidcraft. Adam, what's the weather going to be like in the next 24 hours?
More snow.
So there's a small cloud right over Lilithville, just dropping snowflakes. Look, gonna be cold. It's not cold in the Feywild. Well, except for that one spot. You know that one spot. But we don't ever go to that one spot because it's cold. I don't like the cold. Very small body, low blood temperature. What?
I just look down, just.
While you're chatting away, a piece of bone gets launched at your cage. It's from some sort of a bird, but rather large, about the size of a turkey leg. Most of the meat has been chewed off and just smacks against the cage in here.
You be quiet back there.
Let's come in here and do something about it.
I will crush you, you puny little thing. I will crush you. I will drain every last ounce of blood out of that tiny little body, and I will take your wings and I will use them for toothpicks.
That's stupid. My wings are soft. What kind of toothpick is that?
I'm going to
He would
hurt him.
make a terrible toothpick.
I'm going to hurt him so bad. Please let me hurt him. No,
You're already hurting yourself by thinking. You want to do more?
you know we have to sell him. It's no time for hurting. There will be time for hurting later.
Yeah, that's right. I'm valuable. Are you valuable? No, you're not. You're just another cog in the machine.
While that's going on, I'm just looking around to see what's going on around us. Who else is here?
Maybe there's some other way we can have some peace here. And one of the Goliath, and you immediately recognize what's going on here. Reverie. She's a druid, and she looks over to you, goes to cast a spell, and the area in and around you is now completely silent.
Wait, hold on a second. Let me just double check one thing really quick. Okay, that's right. I don't have counterspell on this character. Okay, cool. Yep, carry on.
I'm gonna cast. Oh, wait, would I know that they're doing that?
That a spell is being cast?
Yeah.
Sure.
Although, you know what? Yeah, I'd let it happen. Go.
You two now are in your cage.
It's just
It is
silent.
silent. So you can gesture at each
You-
other and towards others.
Oh,
Okay,
it's
he has not
so
stopped
much
talking.
better. I'm so angry at that little thing. I'm so angry. Could break it.
Just sitting down, just
He's now
aggressively
he's now
chewing into-
vibrating and making rude gestures at the Goliath.
He's turned his back to you. He can't see it.
The other creatures see him, like, he gets at an angle to the other creatures. You see him put his hands where Goliath's head is. He's, like, slowly humping it. Like, yeah, just to see if he can get the other Goliaths to laugh.
I don't seem to be terribly interested. They're very serious. Everyone in the encampment. It's something that you have noticed about looking at these. Everyone here is incredibly serious. Much more so than you're used
He
to.
looks down at Lilith and like an exaggerated sad face.
None of them are looking at you. They're just glad that
No,
you're
I'm looking
quiet.
at Lilith and doing it.
That's what you get back.
So, looking over Reverie, you can see in another cage, in the largest cage that's here. Echo, go ahead and describe what he sees sitting inside this massive cage.
You guys look what, like, at first glance might almost seem like a statue, but it's moving. It's this large 7-foot tall metal man. His head almost looks like somebody just etched a skull into metal, and it has teeth where the mouth should be that are like almost illuminating from behind where the eyes are, with this just green sort of illumination. And then in his body, he's humanoid, but you can see like his shoulders look like pauldrons that go into his arms, and then his chest looks like it has a chest piece that goes down into his abdomen where he has a small red loincloth between his legs, and same thing to where he's just completely made of metal. He just looks like a big, tall metal man. And he's just sitting there, and he's just looking out of the cage. Can I see Bjorn?
Yeah, he's on the cage on the other side of, but basically there's a cage between you and him, and the one in between you is the one that's been silenced.
Gotcha. So you can see that he's kind of just looking past the cage that you guys are in over to another cage. Almost, he just looks like he's waiting for something.
Do you know enough about who's in that other cage to describe that person?
I have their character sheet. I'll see what he put on his character sheet. I can give the vague details. He can fill it in later.
Okay.
Because I'd have to log out of mine to log into his, and I don't want to do that. So you guys see a short, stout hill dwarf that has a nice beard. Just looks like a proper dwarf. What?
Never mind.
Okay. And I'm not even going to attempt his accent, so he's not saying anything. He's also just kind of looking back towards Echo and giving, like, a nod of, like, it's okay. And he's sitting there and just, like, picture, like, almost Lord of the Rings, like, just a real proper looking dwarf. Like, all the stories or fables you heard of dwarfs, like, this is what you envision.
In another cage, sitting crouched, perhaps in prayer. Hilda, go ahead and describe what they see.
So, I'm medium build, 5'9", blue eyes, blonde hair, very white skinned. I'm a fallen Asmer paladin, and I am just sitting there solemnly, just kind of praying and kind of observing my surroundings at the cages and the Goliath, and just sitting there.
This is the third time that you all have been moved. Every time you're moved, you sort of marvel at the strength of these Goliath to be able to just get, you know, some of you are small enough that just one of them comes and picks up the entire cage and moves you onto a horse cart or an ox cart, and you get moved along. For a while there, you did see an ox cart that had all of your belongings in it, but it was left behind last night further down the road when the ox carrying that cart, or carrying one of the prisoner carts, died, and they just brought that cart up and decided that whatever you guys had, it wasn't valuable enough to continue taking. You've settled in again for the night here, and other than this silenced cage, the one by one, the Goliaths come over, grab your cages, and move them towards the fire. As they take turns taking watch. And
Wait, I'm sorry. You
the
said
rest of the Goliath go to sleep. I thought you were silenced.
You said the chick that cast silence looked like a ranger, or looked like a druid.
Yes.
Okay.
And you know that because you are a druid. You could tell the way that she cast the
I also know
spell.
the druid are silent.
Are you still there, buddy? Like you're coming in
Okay,
kind of choppy.
I'm confused. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I was just confused because druids don't have silence. That's why I was.
You don't know what feat she has and what spell book she may have access to in additional spells?
So I'm looking at her. I'm very confused. I've been kind of like staring at her for a while, but also there's an hour where I was actually stopped moving, and I just sat still for an hour. No movement, no speaking, no gestures, nothing.
We'll see if it comes to that.
Yeah. How many of the Goliaths have started to go to sleep after they've moved us to the fire? Like how does their rotation for watch look?
Okay. You can have a look then. So right now, everyone has gone to sleep except for 2 of them. The druid, or the spellcaster that you saw earlier, asleep. The large barbarian that really hated the little squirrely guy, he's still awake and he's watching, but there's 2 people still watching.
Okay. And they've moved the cage so they're basically both facing the 2 cages.
Yep. So there's 3 cages
Three
that they've
cages.
3 cages that they've moved very close to the fire. The other one they just left where it was.
And which one was the one they left?
The one that was silenced.
Okay. Are there any rocks or any loose piece of debris in the bottom of the cage? Because they're like open wove cages.
There are open, yeah. Yeah, sure. You can find little rocks. Are you looking for a big rock?
I'm looking for a bigger rock, like not like baseball size, like just a decent enough to have some heft to throw and make a noise.
Okay. Yeah, you can find that easily enough.
So I would like to, with that rock, I want to look over towards as the other Goliaths are starting to settle and go to sleep. Echo's gonna look over towards Bjorn and give like a nod, like this is the moment nod, and he's gonna. He wants to try to turn his body to where his massive body's in the way, and then throw the rock over on the opposite side of the camp, where the echoes, the Goliaths would have to turn away, and he wants to try. What does the lock look like on the front of the cage?
It's just very tightly bound by ropes and vines.
So he would like to try to throw the rock and then see if he can just literally brute strength pop the lock and leave it laying after it's been popped, and then just like wait for them to settle back down and things to calm back down.
All right, I need you to roll a sleight of hand check to see how effective this distraction is.
I get advantage on this. Plus 119.
So you, reaching down, digging through the snow, you're able to find a rock with some heft to it. You slink your arm just outside the cage, get a little bit of a whip on it. You're not obviously able to turn your entire shoulder into it, but you toss it. Does go over their heads and hits on the other side of them. One of them looks over and says,
You go check it out.
steps away, and this one's on high alert looking around.
So as he's looking around, basically in between one of his, like, I just want to try to pop the tightly woven things, then just let it go to where.
Well, this is happening. Do we notice this or no?
Do we notice it?
I mean, you should be. I'm
Yeah.
huge.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so when that happens in the area where you threw that, I want to just cast the thaumaturgy with my cantrip and just have like a scream that comes from that direction. Just an
Sure.
unearthly sound.
I would say
Are-
10 minutes
are you
have passed. 10 minutes have passed.
Are you in the cage with me?
The silence is gone. I would say 10 minutes
Yeah.
have passed.
Oh, okay.
And that person went to sleep, so they wouldn't have concentration anyway.
So, go ahead and roll that strength check.
Raw strength or athletics?
Go ahead and roll athletics.
Plus 6, 25.
Yeah. As that rock goes over, the guy's looking around. You hear from over in that direction. Now the entire camp has woken up and they're come stumbling out of it. But in that moment of scream, you just reach down, grab the bars on two sides of this vine wrap knot thing, and just snap it all the way down. It's a really impressive feat of strength that you've just shown. And so your cage is open. Well, it's unlocked, but you haven't opened it.
Yeah, and I just like let the things go so they kind of fall back together on the separation mark I did, and I just still sitting there waiting for everything to settle back down.
Well, the vine that's been wrapped around has been broken in so many pieces. There's a few that sort of settle, but most of it is no longer attached.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, I just sit back down though, just to not draw any extra attention. I'm just sitting there, and my eyes don't close, like I just have eye holes, but the illumination of my eyes, I'm just gonna like fade them off to where it looks like I'm sleeping.
All right. The entire camp is awake. They're looking around. They're hearing screams. You see the chief, leader, moving among them, asking what the screams are about. Nobody can find anything. Eventually, he goes over to the druid lady who's she's got really long, braided white hair, bright blue eyes. And he speaks to her softly. You're all just observing this. He speaks to her softly. She nods quietly, and then starts doing something. He steps out again, and she's just sitting there meditating or doing something. She's going to be doing this for a little while. Is there anything you guys want to be doing while?
I'd like to, can I see her and am I close enough to cast Hold Person on her?
You can see her. What's the range on Hold Person? Because she's about 60 feet from you.
I think it's only 30 feet for old person.
No, it's 60 feet.
Oh,
Yeah.
Never mind.
All right. So you reach down into your...
Where my amulet is.
Where your amulet is. And praying with it. Looking over at her. Let's see where she is. I've got to roll something for her.
And I'm doing that at second level.
Got it.
I'm gonna whisper at Ravier, we should probably be ready to go soon.
She rolled a 17. On her
Yeah,
save.
that definitely passes.
All right. It doesn't even break her concentration. You see her get a little uncomfortable, and she continues going. She continues
Make
going.
sure you click that spell.
I did.
She gets down into a sort of an Indian squat position and continues doing whatever it was she's doing. The chief impatiently comes walking up to her, and then she stands up and is very alarmed and starts talking to him and tells him what's going on. He immediately starts barking out orders in a language you guys don't entirely understand. Nobody speaks giant, correct?
I speak giant.
Yeah.
All right. Mm-hmm. What you hear is,
The storm speakers, they're coming. Get ready. There's too many of them. Get the prisoners. Give them weapons. See if they will fight.
so one Goliath comes running up to you guys, It's the really angry one, and he goes immediately to the little fairy that he saw before, the cage with the little fairy. He grabs in it, and he's coming up towards you with a mean look in his eyes. He's coming up towards both of you guys with a mean look in his eyes and a bit of a grin on his face. He opens the door.
Are you ready for the
Hey,
pain?
big guy. What's
little
up?
man?
He reaches down to grab you. Go ahead and try to resist the grapple.
And I can see this, right?
Yes.
While this is going on, I'll let it finish. I'm gonna open my cage door and like go talk to the like step out and go talk to the chief in giant.
All right. You got to beat a 27. Athletics or acrobatics? No, it's sorry, 25, not 27. 25.
Doesn't happen.
You got it. So he reaches down and grabs you. Basically in one
Hey!
hand. Brings you up close to his
Hey!
face.
Hey, this is valuable merchandise. You heard you, guy. Valuable.
Not valuable enough for me to not rip your head off in this instant.
I'd prefer if you didn't kill my friend.
I'd prefer if
I
you
mean, are
stay
you going-
out of this.
And then
Are you going to rip my head off? Is he reaching for my head?
No, not yet. He's just holding you by the shoulders basically with one hand.
Yeah, and I would be trying to go to get the attention of the chief when I see this start to happen.
Yep.
So, are his hands? Is his hand wrapped around my arms or my body?
I think
It's-
he's holding you like a toy doll.
Yes, his fist doesn't, or his hands don't entirely reach all the way around your body, but he's basically got shoulder, chest, and underneath one armpit, all in one arm that he's holding you by.
Okay, yeah, cool. So my other arm, I'm just gonna like prop my elbow on his hand, like on his fingers, and put my chin on my elbow. Like, so what's up, big guy? Having a bad day? I know how that is. Is it because you're dumb?
You'll be
Are
having
the
a
other
bad day
Goliaths
soon.
making fun of you?
So he's gonna
I'm
go to
gonna
punch you in the face. What were
At
you
the
saying,
same
Danny?
time, I wanted to face step out of my cage, and because I'm in winter, this guy's gonna have to. One creature of my choice that I can see within 5 feet of you before you teleport must succeed in a wisdom saving throw and be frightened until the end of my next turn.
All right, so he's reached up his fist to punch you in the face. Oh, shoot.
I don't know if you can hear this 7-year-old giggling in the back, but she apparently approves of this character.
14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What am I going off of for this? Sorry.
Spell save
It should be
DC.
your spell saving DC.
Which I believe is 15.
Depending on how she stacked herself, that should be accurate.
Where would I see this?
I
On
got
your
you.
spell-
Hang on.
It's
Hey.
right above your spell list.
You'll say
It's
spell
14.
save
It's 14.
14. Oh,
I'm
so
I'm
it
looking
just
at your
Oh.
character sheet, so he does save. So,
Well, then I want to use.
well,
I think I can twine it on it.
what can you do? I'm sorry?
1 second.
All right, well, anyway, while that's happening,
Okay, so
22
so
to
as
hit.
He,
22 to hit.
I know as he's going to hit. Well, say as he's going to hit me, I'm gonna Misty Step.
It's a bonus action.
Yep,
This
it's
would be
not-
a reaction.
So,
Okay. Yeah, he hits.
all right, you take. Oh, what's his strength? You take 6
Probably
points
plus
of
30,
bludgeoning damage as it just his entire fist. It's larger than your head as it smacks off your head. Ugh.
So I look at
Quiet now. Where's your friend?
that. That was not nice. Not nice at all. And then so I'm gonna Misty Step, but I'm like just now flying 10 feet above him. Like
Have I?
bad.
You've made it to the
Bad
chief.
Goliath.
Okay.
We use our words, not our fists. Bad.
So whenever I made it to the chief in giant, I want to look at him and be like, "Yes, hello there."
Why are you out of your cage?
Well, I heard there's a threat coming, and you may need our assistance. I find it not tactically sufficient to impose 2 fights in 2 areas on 1 battlefield. Perhaps you should stop your ally, so we may be inclined to assist you.
Doc! Come over here right now. Leave them alone. Open the cages and give them the weapons.
I'm gonna continue flitting above that Goliath's head. Like, yeah, where's my weapon? Where is it? Give it to me. Come on. Where is it? Give it to me now. You're your boss. Give me my weapon.
You don't understand giant, right?
Oh, no, sorry. That's right. So I'm just floating above him. Like, hey, just out of reach. Hey.
So he comes up. Thok comes up to the chief. He's just,
I can't do it. I can't deal with the little one. Please let me kill him.
Did he say that in giant?
yes.
So I just want to respond. His irritation can be used against the enemy. Target. Efficiency.
Hey,
He looks at you, sort of
hey,
surprised that you've got, that you're speaking to him in his tongue.
Deal with that thing before I crush it.
Okay, so I look at him, I'm like, I will try. Please get the weapons, and I will deal with the comrades. And I'm gonna walk over, and immediately I'm gonna let my brother out of his cage, and then I'm gonna turn to them and be like, right, here's the situation. There is an unknown threat coming. They need our assistance, are offering weapons and potentially freedom. We can abandon them, or we can assist them. I divulge the decision to the party.
How far away am I? Because I stayed above the Goliath, and I'm just going, hey.
But
I mean, I'm
just
speaking
flitting
to
right out of
everyone.
arm's reach.
he came to talk to you. So you guys are about 60 feet away from where the rest of the party was. So I mean, if you're just continuing to say hey, then eventually you're gonna get arrows shot at you. So
I'm gonna.
Does 14
I just
hit?
walk back up.
We have no armor on, yeah? And
You do
nothing like
not.
that?
no.
Yes, I do. Yes, it does.
There it is, man. 3 damage
gonna
as an
walk
arrow
forward.
sticks you in the side.
So I'm looking at the... So are we still right next to the chief?
No.
No, they're 60 feet away. I walked over to the chief, spoke to him, he called his man back. They're 60 feet away, and I came over, and I'm now talking to you guys.
Yeah. But I had no reason to follow you because you guys were all speaking in giant, so I just kept floating over the giant that was...
And now you took an arrow. Now you took an
Yeah.
arrow.
He walked away to where
I'm
I
gonna
was
walk
with
up
the
to where
chief.
Echo is and then just be like, Raven, come here, man.
Micah, we're late. Let's go. Get your stuff.
I couldn't hear you, I'm sorry.
I
What
just
was that?
yelled over to Ricky's character and said, dude, come here. Please. And I just look exasperated at you. Did he say freedom?
Yeah, I said, to you guys, I said, potential freedom.
No,
Yeah,
I asked you.
Lily is
did he
asking.
say freedom?
My bad.
I'm asking you, did he say freedoms?
Did the chief say freedom to me? No.
Yes.
This is just an assumption based on the current situation. We can try to secure our own freedom through assistance or through rebellion. I am familiar with both.
So you would help me in a rebellion and my annoying, but very helpful, very annoying friend?
I had not noticed the flying one. If he
Can you
is
guys hear
with
me now?
he may come.
Yes.
Yeah. The
Okay.
decision falls
Fine.
down to if we assist them or if we abandon them. I am fine with either because our property was left about 1 day ago. In which direction did we come from?
You came northwest.
Gotcha. In that direction.
I think they're worried about this fight. They will not pay attention if we go and get our weapons.
It's a day away.
It is a day. Can I do a scan of like how many different weapons and armor types I see available?
Yeah.
Here.
So he comes up there. There's no armor. he hasn't brought any armor whatsoever, but he has brought quite a few weapons. Most of it is pretty crude or, let's say, repurposed from other places. But there's swords, spears, bows and arrows. There's a great axe. There's a great maul that Bjorn was looking over at you, saying, who's still not out of the cage, by the way. Eventually, Thok comes back, drops the weapons by the fire, and then opens the cage for Hilda and Bjorn. And every time that Reverie gets a little bit close to him, so he's kind of enjoying this now.
Ricky,
a little bit.
Yelled for you to come over. Did you come, or are you still messing with him?
Oh no, sorry. I was like, you know what? Fine, be that way. And I did Druidcraft, and I made like the biggest flower I can make. And I just dropped on his head, and I flittered away.
Yeah. He takes the flower. If you're noticing what he's doing with the flower, he takes the flower off of his head, rubs it on his balls, and throws it on the snow before stamping on it.
That was a gift. Do not appreciate it. You are not a nice person. I will deal with you later.
Do you want another gift, little man? You want another one, huh?
And he's holding up his bow and arrow.
Ah!
Naughty, naughty.
So he does come back over to you guys. He unlocks Hilda's cage. He unlocks Bjorn's cage. He's like,
Pick up the weapons. We're going to fight. We're going to fight the storm speakers.
and goes away.
Gotcha. Can I do a quick looking at the battlefield to see how they're kind of positioning themselves?
They're
starting
tearing
to
down
get
tents. There's no
Okay, so
battlefield
they're
that you
just-
can see. Yeah, they're just tearing down
Okay.
tents.
Okay, so I look at the rest of the party and in a lower tone,
Hello?
it just gets a little bit quieter. Like, right. I believe our best bet is to at least
We can hear you, Ricky.
you.
Just stop interrupting people, please.
I believe that our best bet is to at least go along with this charade until we decide to help or to leave. Either way, and I pick up a maul and toss it to my brother, and I pick up the great axe. I'm like, free weapons.
Okay.
I want to look at Hilda, and I want to pick up. You said there were swords, right?
Yep. There's long
there
swords.
two-
There's some scimitars, a couple rapiers.
Is there a great sword or a large two-handed looking sword? Or
There's
only-
a long sword that you can see. It's
Okay,
not in great shape. Again, this one's been repurposed, but it's effective. Still
So
sharp.
So
I pick up the sword and I want to toss it to Hilda and be like, "You look like you can use a sword."
I take it.
so during this conversation, like as Echo's giving out this information, I want to fly over
Charles.
and attempt to sit on his shoulder.
Can you put this on here for me?
What, the sword?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'll put it on there if we need it. Just
Okay.
saying.
I would fly over and attempt to sit on this giant robot shoulder and be like, has anyone told you that you're shiny? Will this be fun?
Fun is subjective. I have always enjoyed combat.
Ooh, you hear that? You hear that? It'll be fun. He said fun. I'm holding you to fun.
I'm sure it will be.
Do I fit on his shoulder, by the way, or am I like half on, half off?
I'm 7 foot tall with like
I'm-
pauldrons for shoulders.
Yeah, I imagine you fit pretty easily.
Oh, I'm 2.5 feet tall, man. I'm a big dude, okay?
Yes,
Big man.
yes, I imagine you fit.
Also,
Okay, so I'm just, like,
if you
sitting
went, if you went to the left shoulder, you'll probably notice what looks like a little, almost like a foot stand with a little metal spike sticking out my left shoulder, almost like it was designed for somebody to hold on there.
Can I sit on it?
Well,
The
no, it's more,
spike?
think like the back of a garbage truck to where it's got like a
Yes,
foot stand and like a little
Okay.
metal part you can kind of grab onto and stand on.
Okay. I want to go on the other side then, because I don't want to stand right now. I want to sit. So I'm sitting on your shoulder, and I'm flapping. My wings are just flapping, kind of like holding me in place. Like, so where's the fun? Fun.
We're
Kind
gonna
of like
keep-
leaning my elbow on your top of your head, just like perched up there.
I like slightly turn to him and I'm like, there's also fun found in silence.
That doesn't sound right, Lilith. He says silence is fun. Does that sound right?
No, the silence is
See?
what we're all in.
Not fun.
So I'm gonna pick up the weapon.
Silence is entropy.
Let's do it now.
I have my weapon. I'm gonna walk up to the chief, and I'm just gonna in giant again, just be like, so exactly what type of threat is approaching us?
This whole time, I'm just sticking my tongue out at the Goliath that I've been pestering, just staring at him with my tongue out the whole time.
He's not around. He dropped the weapons.
There's the Storm Speakers. A band of renegade, I don't know what you'd call them, dragons on 2 feet. They known for
Velociraptors.
known for the lightning.
Interesting.
They are fierce warriors. There are many of them coming.
So while I'm talking to him, can I look around the current area that we're in to see if I see anywhere that would look like a good fake ambush to try to position them in?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Sorry, is this whole conversation in giant or in common?
Yes.
It's in
Giant.
A dirty
Okay,
20.
So, dirty 20.
After-
Yeah, hang on. It's a little hard to see because there's a lot of fog. It's getting towards the evening. But you do see down into the valley to the north, there's basically only one way to come from the north. And on the other side of the valley that you're looking down into from that side, you see that there is a riverbed with a large bank on each side of the river that has sort of carved its way through the mountains. If anybody's coming over those mountains and not a really, really proficient climber, they're coming down that riverbank, and any ambush would work, especially if they're coming in numbers, would work much better from that location than basically anywhere else around here.
So I want to look at him and be like, I am sure, as a chief, that you are proficient with battle tactics. I have been trained vigorously in such tactics. If you look at the field over to that direction, you will notice that there is a death funnel, as I have called it, where they would have to channel. You would be most smart to position your men above that death funnel. And then us, being the expendable parties, when you start raining down the death in the death funnel, we can cause chaos pushing the front.
You've lost,
So after every
a lot of words to say. A brilliant thing. We will follow your plan, Tin Man.
So after every sentence, I'm asking, what did he say? Wait, no, what did you say? No, what did he say? No, what did you say?
Doc,
And I talk completely through it.
Doc, you can come hurt him now.
So Thok is on his way over to you to grab you. You've got plenty of
So-
time to get out of the way if you want.
So
I
tell the chief in giant, like, his annoyance is quite distracting. Allow me to use him as bait on the battlefield in giant. Much
What did you
hurt
say?
would come with this plan.
What did you say this time?
So he holds his hand out for Thok.
This is another wise plan from this Tin Man. Keep him quiet until we get down there.
say? I can do that, and I would like to stick up my hand and like hold his mouth shut.
Alright, so I'm just gonna fly away now. What are we doing?
Hey, well,
You said fun, this is not fun.
I'm trying to do it like this.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
I see.
distract Raver, and I'm
um,
gonna make it flash like a little thing of sparkles come out of my hand and be like, check this out.
Hang on, but before that happens, I need I need contested athletics checks. So I'm gonna roll it. Ricky,
cool.
do you want to roll athletics or?
Yeah, acrobatics.
And mine's athletics. I have +6.
+2, I believe,
All right,
for my acrobatics.
Black is Kalen, or excuse me, Kalen. Black is Charles. Yellow is Ricky. Jesus, they're both yellow. Hang on.
Yeah, that didn't help.
Here we go.
I'm gonna assume I won.
Now. There we go.
I won.
Yes. So you're
it's a
now.
tie.
You are
No,
now.
it's not. 10 plus 6 is 16. 6 plus 2 is 8. You're bad at math.
I thought I was black.
That's
No,
not
it
what he
said
said.
Charles was black, Ricky is
You're
yellow.
also, you're also bad at listening.
I'll roll them individually next time so we don't run into that. But in any case, you are grappled and your mouth is being held closed as he steps away from the Goliath.
I want to, as I'm walking away, whisper, "Fun in silence."
So when Echo gets back up, I want to say,
Lilith is still gonna do the flash form, just like. Shh.
You see him like resignedly put his hands on top of your hand, or his arms on top of your hand, and just like. So I guess it's above his head. It's like
Yes.
this.
Like doing raspberries.
He's also gonna start licking. He's also gonna start licking your finger. He's like slowly licking your fingers, like lick, 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 lick,
Oh,
lick, lick.
Yeah, as I'm walking back to them, because it's like a 60-foot walk, and be like, "I appreciate it, but my hands do not require lubrication."
so have you made a plan to fight, or are we going to get our weapons?
Oh, I completely intended to tell you that when I arrived. This would be my plan. I have instructed. I want to turn around to see if any of them followed me.
They didn't.
I want to look at them and be like, I instructed them to position themselves on a higher elevation to attack down, and that we will attack from the front. I believe this would be the opportune time to leave.
Good, because I did not want to stay. I wanted to go get our weapons. Perfect.
Can you
plan.
hear me now?
Yes.
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 Okay, let's get you involved. What do you think?
So Bjorn, you're standing there. You've got a maul in your hand.
Oh, I gotta. It's a two-handed maul, of course it is, right?
Of course
Yes.
it is.
Because
Yeah.
your brother's got your back.
God bless you, brother. I need to know about everything that happened, but let's keep
So-
going. I'm just flying right into it.
This is a crucial decision
Yeah,
we're
so-
about to make.
so, real quick, 30-second recap. We were in cages. They alerted to a possible threat coming. I had broke one of the cages, came out in giant, offered assistance, and now we're in this moment to where we need to decide if when the battle comes, we assist the people that had us in cages, or if we just abandon them and go get our stuff.
And we decided to abandon them and go get our
We
stuff.
haven't
That was
decided
where
that
we're
yet. Yeah, we haven't decided.
Hilda has decided that.
I don't really trust people that put me in the cages. So I've got to say, maybe we do something like this. I pretend to help them by doing one of these numbers, and I cast my echo.
All right.
And they think support, but they don't, because I'll remove him.
Brother, your tactical genius is on point as ever. If you would use your echo to pretend to lead our charge, it would buy us extra time to leave in the opposite direction towards our belongings.
Yeah, Echo, you're a smart man.
So
I agree with this plan. I like it.
as you guys are just sitting there waiting, so you've gathered up your weapons. You watch the entire camp get taken down in a really short time. You guessed about an hour earlier. Only takes them about 30 minutes to have everything loaded up on carts. Once it's loaded up on carts, they send a couple of the women onto the carts and send them west. So not down, or not north to the valley that they were looking at. And then the chief comes up to you. So, you are ready for this thing, yes?
Indeed, you will position yourselves, we will stay out of line of sight as to not deter them from the death box. And then, when we hear the battle start, we will charge. It will be led by a furious dwarf.
He looks maybe not so furious, but capable.
He
I
is
am not
furious.
mad yet, but I tell you, I get mad.
They're speaking in giant. Do you speak
Yeah.
giant?
I don't think I only speak giant because it's a part of
Oh.
the rune carver
No.
or my subclass. So in giant, I tell him he is furiously
Yeah,
capable.
no, I don't. That's not what I said. My bad.
Come with us down the valley. I'll show you where to position.
Where we're standing, you can't see the valley, right? Because it's like over the hill.
Well, it's from where you looked earlier. You could see the valley.
So
So you can see the northern valley, and then there's a river that's on the other side of it where they want you guys to position.
Gotcha. Would they, knowing that, would they be able to see us from where they are on the little higher spot?
So let me describe what I've got. You guys are in a high spot on the mountain, facing north towards a river that's running essentially from northwest east.
Okay.
Down there is a valley. On the other side of that river, at the bottom of that valley, there's another river that forks into this river. Anybody coming from the north will have to be coming down that riverbank unless they're, exceptional climbers coming over the mountains. And that's where you guys had said, like, that's the place to ambush them on the other side. So down the valley
Is Echo
on the
still
other side of
holding
the
me?
river.
Yeah, I'm still 100%. I'm talking like this to him. I have not moved at all. In Giant, I want to tell him, lie to him and say that I believe this area on the mountain, because they will not be able to detect us and deter them from entering the kill box, is the most... Actually, I don't know why I'm explaining this. Listen, I believe that the most advantageous position for us to remain is here, because it is out of immediate sight. When the battle begins, we can then come over in a show of ferocity and intimidation, and perhaps deter several of the parties to cause chaos and make it easier to kill them.
Roll a persuasion check. Or a deception check, rather.
Thank God, I have advantage on that one. -1, 18.
Oh, goodness. Damn it, I keep losing my dice, man. Alright, I'm gonna roll it. It's got a +1. I do not understand the wisdom of this exactly, but you know what you are doing. Right, you stay here. You can move fast down the hill, yes?
And I want to point to my body and be like, I am designed beyond the capabilities of most living creatures. That's also a lie, by the way.
I see you down there after victory. And they go marching off.
And I give him a nod, and in Giant, as he's walking away, just, we will know victory! And then I want to turn around after he's away and look for the party and be like, they're going to die.
So at this point, like, my face has been getting redder and redder, and like at this point, my wings, I imagine, are going so fast there's like this irritating shrill whine right next to your ear.
It's like a drone.
As the god of moon.
Now I want it to go so
judged
fast.
them.
It's going faster than drone, just because like sheer hypersonic frequency of them being agitated.
All of the Goliaths that he was irritating or walked away now, right?
Yeah, they're gone. They're moving. They're 150 feet away now.
I then let go of his mouth and just like give him a nod, like,
not fun. And I'm gonna fly over and sit on Lilith's shoulder. And I'm very clearly pouting.
I like look over to him and we will have to agree to disagree. I had a great time.
So you could do a shoulder. You couldn't sit on her shoulder, but you could do like both legs over one each shoulder and like sort of get a neck ride from her.
Oh, can I just like float right above one of her shoulders flying, but I have my legs out in a sitting position?
If you'd like.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I'm just like, I kind of look like I'm sitting on her shoulder, but I'm just flying right next to her. Maybe occasionally touching her head for balance. Touch. Or for fun. Touch. Touch. Why so blue, Lilith? Touch.
I deserve all of this.
So the Goliaths have headed off. The women in the carriages have moved west.
Can they see us at all?
If they
Because of
care
where
to
we
look
put
back,
with the hill?
Once they crest the edge, it'll be. Yeah, once they crest the edge, they get down. No, I don't think they could see you. They wouldn't be able to see you again until they get to the bottom.
Yeah. So I'm gonna.
It'll take them a
look
while
at
to
them.
get down there, like 10, 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at them and be like, we could wait for the battle, or we could leave now.
Let's leave now. Judgment has been passed. Let's go.
I look towards Bjorn. I'm like, brother, what would you like to do?
I'll cast this echo in the right direction. Well, hold on. Where, like, I don't know where. Sorry, I missed a lot. I'm trying to keep up.
We would be going in the opposite direction. We're just like abandoning them effectively.
Okay. Then I will.
You do realize you're giving us a guided tour of that house?
I gave you a guided. Oh
Right.
yes. Feel free.
Okay. I would say your camera's not facing you if you worded that.
Yeah, it's impossible to face me actually. There we go. No. Okay. So whatever plan I had before then apparently doesn't make any sense.
No, because we are no longer waiting for the battle.
Right. Okay. All right. Cool. Never mind. Yeah. Let's move. Echo, you're very smart.
Well, you know, brother, we were trained in the same
so-
battle tactics.
Yes, but you're the smart one.
So are they're on the hills above us, yes?
No, they're going down towards
Down.
the valley.
Hilda starts walking towards where our gear is.
The direction.
Yes, the direction towards our gear.
And
Okay. So Adam, if I fly up, are they going to see me?
Yes.
Is my question.
Yes.
yeah.
How high can I fly before they see me?
30 feet?
Yeah.
But they will
Take it
see
Okay,
you
so that- I wanna
sooner
be at
than
about
everyone
25
else.
feet.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
I want to be at 25 feet.
I'm gonna look at Bjorn and be like, brother, would you prefer to walk or would you prefer to ride?
Yeah, no, my legs are a little cramped from the sail. I'd like to ride.
So I take a knee and put my shoulder that has that little foot platform and the little bar sticking out down so that he can come step on it and just hang off of it.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
All right, you guys begin moving southeast in the general direction, but you're just sort of walking southeast in the snow right now.
Do I see any of the tracks from the cart or anything from them moving the cages and all the equipment that more specifies the general direction we should go?
Roll a survival check.
Plus 4, 14?
Sort of. The snow is mostly melting. There's still some snow on the thing, and there's still some falling, but it's more mud than anything. But you are able to find the the wheel marks from the carriages, and have a general sense of where you guys need to be heading.
So I look towards the rest of the party and be like, I believe that we should go in this general direction.
Hey, no qualms from me.
Also, before we travel, excuse me, ma'am, with the blonde hair, what was your name?
My name is Hilda, but you can call me Hilda.
Nice to meet you.
Hilda.
And then I move towards the blue one. I'm like, you, ma'am, what is your name?
Lilith.
Lilith. It is interesting to meet you. And then I turn to the little flying one and I'm like, what was your name?
Nope, I'm mad at you.
His name's Steve.
Oh,
What was his name?
Steve.
Steve?
He likes Steve.
I have met you, Steve.
And what is your name?
I am the experimental combat oracle, but you may call me Echo. This
Echo.
is my brother, Bjorn, but I call him B.
So
Open
Echo,
laughter file 201. I do not call him B.
Bjorn, and Echo. Interesting you are.
Yes, we are brothers. We are quite capable, but I suggest we keep moving.
Yes, good idea.
Moving down the mountain. It's sort of a small mountain. It's not terribly rocky. It's really easy to go around the rocks and the cliff faces that there are. It's just a steep downgrade. It's looking familiar. Vaguely remember coming up this way. Moving along, and you know you've got quite a ways to go.
So I'm like actually looking around. Hold your own violin. So I'm flying around looking for, make sure nothing's chasing us, looking for stuff. Just like flitting around at my 25-foot vantage point.
Yeah, go ahead and...
If we've gotten out of sight of the giants, I'd like to go higher.
Sure. Easy enough. How high would you like to go?
Are we in trees?
No.
Or is it kind of like expanse?
Yeah, it's basically the
about
beginnings of a
50
tundra.
feet up.
All right, you got it. You're 50 feet up. You're looking around. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Can you roll for me? It's +7.
Yes. Ooh, pretty good. A lot of game that you see. A lot of deer running around. A lot of birds in the sky. A few eagles that are large enough to concern you a bit about if they decide to get some wrong ideas about this thing that's flying around in the sky. Overall, your party's down below, moving at a good clip. Can't see the giants. Giants are a good distance behind you now. Even if they were to realize the double cross, they're quite a ways behind you now. Right. Can I continue now?
Okay.
Yes. All right. Cool. I'm going to mute you because that's getting frustrating. All right. So, moving down the hill, it's getting starting to get really dark now. There's a little bit more trees popping up. Not very big trees. There's a few pine trees here and there, a couple little oaks. There's not really a path that they came up, but you are fairly confident you're still on the right trail. It's starting to get dark, and it's getting cold.
How do I have a rough guess in my head from where we saw the other cart be left, like the rough time frame of how far I would guess that we are from it?
Yep, at the walking pace that you're at right now, based on your survival roll that you're rolling, you're thinking probably another 12 hours to get to where you think that you left the cart.
Okay. So I look, and what time is it? Sun's starting to go down?
Yeah, the sun's down now. Like sun's gone. There's still light in the sky, but the sun's gone.
Gotcha. So I look towards them, and I'm like, it is still approximately 12 hours before we reach our supplies. I suggest we find somewhere to camp for the night. It is getting cold, which affects me different than you, but it still affects me.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. It's sort of a no-brainer. You guys, no meat on the bones, so to speak. It's getting cold. Let's try and find a place. Does anyone particularly good at finding a place to sleep?
I'm gonna look around, and then I'm just gonna go sit next to a tree that's out of the way.
Okay.
I'm gonna actually look for a place that seems like out of the elements, so to speak, like maybe away from the wind shear or anything like that.
Yep. So the tree that your new friend picked is not a bad place necessarily. So the tree that she picked is pine, so it's going to block some of that wind. There's some rather large rocks that are next to it. They're not exactly cliff faces, but they're just rocks that are out of the ground and raised a little high. So it's not the worst place to sit, but it's going to get cold.
So I look at the rest of the party and be like, perhaps we should build a fire.
Can you make a hole there?
In the ground?
Yeah.
Yes, I can do this. I want to cast Giant's Might,
Okay.
and I become 14 feet. And
Okay.
I have advantage on strength checks, and I want to just punch a hole into the ground.
All right. Roll that athletics check.
Plus 6.
I want to try
24?
to make like a Dakota fire pit so the flames will be hidden, but we can have a fire.
I have a tinder box if we need to use it.
I just need something that can be lit in there.
Is the tinderbox just a millennial cell phone?
Yes.
It's a lithium-based battery.
Swipe left, swipe right.
What was the athletics check?
It was 24.
Yeah. You guys watch. He's like, oh yeah, of course. And then Bjorn, knowing what's coming, once he gets to 14 feet tall, you just sort of hop off and stand aside. Punching right down into the dirt next to this rock, just bury your fist. It's hard ground, but you just bury your entire enlarged fist into the ground and pull it up. All the dirt and frozen ground comes up behind you, and there's now a pretty decent-sized hole in the ground.
While I'm still big,
Branches?
because it lasts for a minute, can I go walk up to one of the trees and just grab the highest branch I can and pull all the way down to snap as many branches down to the ground as I can?
You may. Yeah, we're gonna run that same athletics check, and a lot of them are still pretty damp, but there's a few in there that are dry, and you've collected just a fistful of branches for this fire.
And I come drop them all next to the thing, and I come back to my 7-foot frame, and I just sit down like, I am glad I was of assistance.
And then you just see me do this, and then I just point at the fire, and there's a fire now.
All right, the logs are lit. It's deep down in. There's still obviously light bouncing off the rocks, but significantly less from the hole that's in the ground.
I must say, I could have imagined worse people to have run away from prison with. We are creating fires from nothing? This is astounding.
Very impressive.
I agree, brother. These people are much better than the others we have run into.
And decapitated. Those were the worst.
Job needs to be done. Got done quickly. I like it.
See, Revier, we'll have fun. They sound fun.
Sitting around the campfire, fire burning, keeping the cold at bay.
We can't hear you.
What?
I think Ricky's talking.
Oh, no idea.
Well,
I think
can't hear.
I think he's muted.
I look at the flying mini thing, and I'm like, he has found the fun in silence.
I'm gonna try to reset your headset, Ricky.
Yeah, you just said to unmute him.
He's not muted. Yeah. Anyway, he's sulking.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little guy is sulking. He didn't really like
Got
that joke.
so dog.
After that, I just want to position myself to where I'm sitting next to the rocks, to where I almost silhouette looks like another rock, and I just want to go into my sentry's rest.
You got it.
Yeah, dude, you put me on the admin mute, and my volume hasn't worked since.
It's working now.
Okay, so we can hear you, buddy. Don't leave your phone on when there's lots of beeping in the background, because it's super loud.
Yeah, I was reaching for the mute button, and then you muted.
I did what?
Just.
Anyway, moving on. You're sitting down, you've gone into sentry mode. The rest of you sitting around, fire is popping, crackling. It's keeping the cold at bay. It's still very, very cold. It's not... Yeah, you're not gonna freeze to death with this fire going, but it's cold.
I believe that we could possibly. Where's the? Is the wind from a particular direction?
Yep, it's coming from the back, where the rocks are.
And there's snow all over the ground.
There's little patches of snow. Where you guys are at now, it's mostly mud. So, it's beginning to be springtime. So it's like mud / frozen ground that you're mostly contending with.
Gotcha. All right, we're not gonna freeze to death. That's good. Does anyone have any good suggestions for setting up a perimeter?
So I bring out. I have a a blanket that's good for cold weather to keep us warm. However many can fit in it. I'm willing to share.
Where did you get these blankets from?
No, you don't.
Oh, you forgot to take it off?
Yeah, I didn't put your gear on, but that's
okay.
Your generic starting stuff.
Just leave it there. We'll put it back on later.
Well, no, because you might not pick those items up.
Okay.
I believe we should all huddle behind this giant 7-foot person and sit in a circle, and even though we're strangers, get uncomfortably close to each other.
I'll go sit in that spot, and then I want to be just perched. This is how I'm going to meditate. It's just like this. And I mean next to you, Richard, just almost cheek to cheek.
Yes, just like this.
All right.
I'm getting nothing, just blank face.
My guy's trying to seem comfortable because, in fact, the instructions were followed to the T. I'm just a little off put.
All right. As you guys settle in for the evening, cold barely at bay, with the fire going, you're not going to freeze to death. You're all going to get a long rest, but you know that another night like this is going to be pretty miserable. So you try really hard maybe not to have another one of these. You wake up as dawn is coming. The fire is burned mostly down now. It's just some smoldering ash in the pit that you guys have made. Slowly, one by one, you're waking up. And those of you who only needed a few hours of rest, you've been up for a while now, waiting for the long sleepers. They're up now. Where are you guys headed?
To the cart.
Yeah, Baldur looks and is like, I did not enjoy staying here. I would like my property back.
When we wake up, you guys notice that Lilith has brown hair, and her skin is like a light yellow, like fallen leaves in autumn, with red hues throughout her skin instead of the blue.
Hey, you! What has happened? Are you sick?
No, I feel pretty good today. It's a pretty good day. I think it's gonna be nice. You guys seem nice.
Does anyone?
You look very different, Lilith, but I like it.
Is this a Lilith or is this a lie?
That was very good. It is Lilith. Or Lil. Or Ith. I don't really care.
I am confused. Seems to be a different person, but that's not possible, so... What are you?
You don't change seasons? That sounds very boring. Is that not normal? You know... You do have to look around and take a hard squint at everyone. Rather boring.
We should walk towards the cart.
Yes, Hildgard. I believe that's true. Although I feel like my character was just tested. I did one time go to a costume party and I wore the blackface. I changed the season.
Well,
The carts.
I change every day. You'll get to see. But I feel good. Thank you for asking.
I feel betrayed that I was not invited to this party.
You're funny, Echo. You're funny.
You're there.
Man.
You're there. I put blacks on the eyeballs. You could not see.
I do not recollect what you were saying. I will search my memory files. And I'm gonna start heading towards the cart because I want to get my my stuff back.
You got it. Easy enough to find. It's with less snow on the ground. It's pretty easy to see the mud tracks up that the carts had left when they're going. So you guys get going, keep going. The ferry is just sitting in sullen silence. I don't know what the hell happened to Ricky.
There he is back.
Oh, is he back?
Mhm.
I was talking the whole time.
I'm
We
so
did
glad.
not hear you at all.
So
just
glad.
Catch up
now.
now. What's going on?
So glad you're here now. But he was sitting in sullen silence through the evening. You guys are
I
up?
hate this stupid fucking stream.
So,
We're walking
so you're
towards
sitting
the
in
car.
sullen silence again. All right, here we go. Moving on. Everybody's moving down. Who's up front? It's
Hey Adam, super quick. I'm sorry. You said that was it the Storm Seekers?
Yes.
Is
So-
something wrong with my audio?
Nope. I
No,
can
but
hear
all
you.
No,
of
you're
that,
on.
all of that was in Giant.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear any of that. Got it.
So, moving down the hill, who's up front?
I would be up front.
All right, Echo, I need a perception check from you.
I'm 50 feet up, flying around.
Perception. 12.
Yeah, you're able to follow the track. You're not entirely sure how much left there is to go. You guys have been walking just all day, just through these muddy things. It's getting muddier as you're getting slower down, or as you're getting lower down the mountain. It's nice because it's warmer, but it's muddier, so it's slower. Perception check from Reverie.
Guidance in myself. So that is a 26.
You guys have been going for a while, been flying around up there a while. The eagles don't seem to... A few of them kind of got close to you, looking like maybe they wanted to have a little snack, but they were deterred by something.
My awesomeness.
Looking down, you can see the carts about a mile ahead.
So I'm gonna flit down to Lilith. Found the carts. Found our stuff. I get something for that, right?
Of course. I'm sure there's gold in there. Was it more than our stuff? You should get there first.
I'm going to just go back up to 50 feet and zoom. I'm dashing now as fast as I can towards the carts.
You got it.
And Lilith just smiles, seems at peace, but beautiful day.
Bye! As he like trails into the distance.
You got it.
You found the carts. They're that way.
Good to know.
Oh,
and I'm gonna
good.
start going that
That's
direction.
good
that I
news.
was going to.
When you get there, Reverie, you notice the thing that I was going to tell you before you interrupted me. There's nothing left on the carts.
I'm gonna float and like very despondent. Like somehow my wings are flapping and keep me aloft, but they're also drooping at the same time. And so, like, just the picture of abject misery as the party approaches, and when they get within earshot, there's no shiny things, Lilith. That's
Lilith is gonna walk
twice
up
now.
to her and look. She'll be like, "No, you missed something." And I'm gonna come up with. I'm gonna use prestidigitation to make a tiny gold coin in my hand. I was like, "How did you miss this?"
I know it's not real. You've tricked me before. I know it's not, but I have to check. And I'm gonna fly down and try to grab it. Like, you win this round. I'm not even mad.
Can I go directly to the
A little
cart and
mad.
inspect it to see if there's like You know, like if they drug stuff off, there's any signs of what happened to the stuff on the cart?
Oh yeah, it's pretty easy to tell. Stuff was drug off the cart. The chests are all empty, and something from here moved east. Lots of footsteps.
Do
you
you
see?
do you see the tracks?
Yeah, there's lots of footsteps in the mud.
So
How big is the cart?
There's multiple carts, and yeah, they're
Okay.
pretty big. The big one that had all of your guys' stuff on it is I don't know, it's about 8 feet long.
Brother, I would like my belongings back.
Yeah, no, me too. But I guess the thing I'm thinking of is it's colder than shit out here, and if we gotta go another night, we should have some sort of shelter from that wind. It's colder than a mother, you know.
I agree, but whatever party walked to this wagon must have been close enough to walk back.
Oh yeah, that's right. You
makes
see, I
sense.
tell you, you're the smart one.
It could be a day ahead, though.
I do not believe they traveled a day to the cart to travel a day back. But when we follow the tracks, we will know. Do you guys not value your personal belongings?
No, I need my belongings. Let's go now.
So you just see Revere and Lilith just, yes, material plane. You guys are weird.
You guys are discussing, like, don't you miss this stuff? I'm now upside down, just spinning in circles.
That one, I think he's possessed by the demons.
What? Demons where? Hey, you did not say there'd be demons here, Lilith. Not cool. You said fun. Demons are not fun. Demons are mean.
I'm briskly walking the way the footsteps were.
You got it?
Oh.
Yeah, I think Helga's got the right to move. Maybe so. I put my trust in my brother.
I would like my weapon back. It was gifted to me. And I'm gonna
I'm
start-
going whether they're following or not.
I
I'm
start
going.
walking that direction.
I just immediately thought of. Did you guys ever actually read the D&D books? Me brother.
All right. So as you guys are heading off east, following these muddy tracks, Hilda, you're out in front. Roll a perception check.
I'm back to my 50 feet.
What'd you say?
Sorry, put my 19. 16 plus 3.
Yeah, closer inspection of these tracks, you see that they're pretty small. They could be dwarvish, maybe gnomish, something small. Something small made these tracks.
So,
Are
is
they-
my party close enough behind me? I look to see if they're behind me.
They are. Everyone
are
except for the
either-
flying one.
These are
He's
either
splitting.
dwarves or gnomes. These are small tracks.
Is Bjorn, are you on my shoulder again?
Are you're not enlarged yet, are you?
No, but I'm still 7 foot. It has the little knock. I mean, I'm just asking if you were walking or if you were.
No, I'll just be walking.
So I just want to bend over towards him and whisper, "Brother, do you believe that the dwarves came for us?"
I think that is, I don't know how to whisper in this accent. It sort of requires a lot of bass. But,
Just treat it like theater.
believe-
Just talk like this. I am now whispering.
I am now the whisperer, and I believe they did. I believe it was my father. I don't know what they have to do to get him off my back. My goodness, this guy just does not let up. Since the day I was born, he keeps attacking me.
I would prefer not to have to kill the dwarves. However, if they stand between us and the bounty on our head, I will do what I must.
Yeah, well, I don't have any problem with that. My loyalty is to you and you to me. We are one.
I give him one of those like good morrow, like just
Spartan handshake.
shake. Yeah,
Are
Spartan
you-
handshake.
So at the Spartan handshake, I want to dash down and flit right of him. So what you guys talking about?
Hey, we were talking about the stuff that we did.
Ooh, stuff.
And my appreciation of silence.
Echo does love the silence. Ironic name, to be true.
Allow me to show you one of my favorite versions. And I just want to like stop talking and keep walking.
He got his voice deactivated now. He doesn't talk anymore.
Like at all? Wait, you can do that?
Oh, he
Well,
can.
This guy doesn't talk.
Anybody can do that.
Well, if this guy, he says he doesn't talk.
I think I heard him talk. I don't know that that's true.
I like very confused and like kind of like creeping closer until I'm looking at his mouth.
Can I the
Move it.
illumination
Move
that
it.
happens beneath? Well, my mouth doesn't move even when I talk. It's
Oh,
just,
okay.
It's just like teeth that are looks like a metal skull almost, and there's just teeth that like somebody tried to make figures on the metal, and it kind of illuminates when he talks. So when I'm looking at him, I'm just gonna like illuminate it like I'm talking and be like,
Is it a grill or is it opening?
no, it's like it's like a grill with a small gap, like almost like Ultron, if that's a good mental
He's
image.
He's like very, very like slowly sticking his finger towards the hole.
I just want to swat his hand.
But like he's
Don't
sticking his
do the
finger towards.
touching. I tell you, don't do the touching near my brother. Okay, please. Okay, let's
I
just
wanna
keep
touch
going
him.
the same direction.
Yep. I flip back up to my 50 feet.
Right. From 50
when
feet.
he's
you can-
up-
Yep. Good.
When he's up at the 50 feet, I just want to look towards Lilith and be like, I actually can still talk.
I know.
And then
But-
I want to, I'm going to go open quiet laughter, 609.
You like a good joke. Get to see, he doesn't think this will be fun. You guys are a blast.
Moving.
He's now like flitting. Yep.
Moving towards the town. You see this
Wait, there's
first.
a town?
You see this first. Reverie. Reverie. And I'm gonna have to
It's
do
hard.
something. It's a weird one, man. Especially the way it's spelled. So moving towards town, Reverie. You're the first person to see it. There is a town up ahead. Some thatch roof cottages. It's not very big town. Maybe 5 houses. All the snow from here is basically melted. Spring is starting to show its signs in this town.
How far away is it?
About a mile. You can see some smokestacks, so it's definitely an active town.
So I'm gonna fly down to Lilith. Like, hey, there's people. I'll be right back. Okay, bye. And then,
Have fun.
he's
That's all you
he's
do.
zooming off. So he's zooming off, and what I want to do is when I get to the town, I just want to kind of fly a couple circles around it and see what I see.
Okay.
At this point, I'll go up to like. Nah, I'll stay at about 50 feet.
You got it. So, zooming into this town, you see, again, 4 or 5 houses. Not a lot to them. They're thatched roof. A lot of logs and mud made these houses. All of the grass on the top of them is long since dried and it's brown. Running around the town, you see a bunch of dwarves. At first, they don't notice you, but then they do, and they start to get a little spooked. The children are the first to notice you, you see them running into a house, coming out, and then coming out of the house, you see a dwarf with a crossbow who's looking and coming around to the side to take aim at you.
Sorry, just to be clear, did the tracks lead in this direction, or did I see a town and just fly off?
It was the direction that you guys were walking. You were 50 feet up, you saw a town and took off.
Cool. So I want to, like, hold my hands up, like, out, like, joyously. Hi! And I want to fly down there. Like, hello, hi, how are you doing? Hey! And, like, waving exuberantly.
Tell me at what point did I see him doing this as we're walking up?
You guys are still pretty far. He went zooming. You guys are walking in the mud.
As he gets shot again.
I imagine I'm completely by myself.
Yeah.
As soon as, I guess, just let me know when I do come up and what's happening with Ricky. At what point I can see him, and I'm about 30.
He's got a few minutes to interact with these people.
Okay.
Also, is the town's name Tel Aviv?
Yeah. As you're flying towards this dwarf, super, super excited, throwing your hands up with him coming out, you see him stumble a little bit, not really sure what to do. You're still coming right for him. Poof, takes a shot.
I'm yelling hi. Saying hi, 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 hi.
Yep.
Okay.
15 hits, right?
You know what? I'm going to silvery barbs it. Am I within 30, 60 feet?
I'd say
when
so.
he shoots at me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to silvery barbs it.
Oh, that is only an 8. I don't think that hits.
That misses. And so I'm like, he shoots, and right as he's coming towards me, I guess I don't know how exactly, but like snap, the arrow just like wings off a little bit and misses. Like, whoa, hey, come in peace, happy person, no shooting.
He
Please stop that.
puts down his weapon. He starts to reload it. He's like,
What the devil are you? Demon!
Me? No, demons are mean. I'm nice. We can play tag. Do you want to play tag? Tag is fun. Play tag. No. Charades?
Be gone,
Hey,
demon.
he picks up his
Hey,
crossbow to point at you.
yeah, real quick. We're looking for our stuff. Have you seen it? It was on a cart. Tracks led this way.
Demon, you've got 1 minute to remove yourself from this
A
area.
whole minute?
More people
Again.
start coming around. They're coming around. They don't
Right.
have, none of them have actually official weapons, but they've got like backhoes and stuff. And they're sort of backing up behind him. You've now got 4 dwarves angrily looking at you.
Look, I'm just trying to find our stuff. It was on a cart. My friends are coming. We also want to say hi. Be nice. Maybe have a campfire. Some s'mores. Do you guys do s'mores? S'mores are fun.
They're whispering to each other.
Like, I want to be completely as guileless as, like, I'm very clear, like, hands on my head.
I'm very much getting what you're putting down, but you're a winged creature that just darted at him, and I rolled to see what his reaction was. This was his reaction. They're whispering to each other.
What cart? What are you talking about?
So, like, how far away was it? How far have we been going by now at this point?
Let's say 10-ish miles.
Okay. So, my friends and I were, well, friends. I'm sure we're going to be friends. They're pretty cool. I guess. I think I have at least one friend. She's awesome. Anyways.
What are
yeah, so
you jabbering about?
We were captured by the Goliaths, and they took all our stuff, and they put our stuff on a cart. And then the cart broke, so they left our stuff, and we came back to get our stuff, and the stuff was gone. So we followed the tracks, and it came to you. There's like a staff, some bags. We made it a sword.
How many of there are you?
Ooh, math. There's me. There's Lilith. There's shiny robot guy. There's dwarf guy, and there's this tall lady who's really quiet. She doesn't talk a whole lot, but she keeps muttering stuff. So that's 5. Oh no, that's wait. Let me see. There's me.
I don't know what you want.
5.
I don't know what you want, demon. I don't know what you want from us. We haven't taken
not
anything
a
from
demon.
nobody. Be gone now.
Ooh, wait. Have you seen anyone else come by with a whole bunch of stuff?
That's enough, demon. Leave.
Can
You
I
get
give him
another
puppy dog
crossbow
eyes?
bolt.
I want to like sit down and I want to sit down and give him puppy dog eyes. But I just got here.
The two with the backhoes are inching towards you. Definitely some trepidation in their eyes.
I just got here. I thought we were gonna be friends.
How close are we?
Still far.
You're still far. He's got a while here, basically until he decides that he's leaving or
Stay.
something else or staying is how long.
So
he's
like
got
I'm
here.
sitting on the ground. I'm like sitting on the ground. My legs crossed. My wings are drooping. I'm just looking at him, sad puppy dog eyes. I thought we were gonna be friends. I just got here.
All right,
It's
so
not very nice.
they back up a little bit, talk to each other, and then the two with the backhoes disappear around the backside of the building. The guy with the crossbow is just sitting there with it trained on you. It's getting heavy in his arms. You can see him constantly adjusting it.
Puppy dog eyes are going nowhere. Just staring at him this whole time.
What's your passive perception?
17.
You can hear from behind the building. There's the two dwarves are sneaking up on you.
Fine. Are you gonna be mean to my friends when they get here? He like gets up and he starts dejectedly like.
Is that a threat,
flitting
demon?
away.
Is that a threat?
He's yelling as you're going
No.
away.
You are a very mean person. I've not threatened you once. Just wanted to play tag. No one wants to play tag anymore. And he's like dejectedly floating away. He's like flapping slowly, his wings somehow drooping, flying back towards the party.
All right. You guys see a
Like he's
very
like
sullen.
starts flying, he like drops down, picks back up, starts flying, drops down.
Ricky, I am resisting the temptation to make fun of your RP because it's just too easy. But at the same time, it's really fucking good, dude. Like, well done. Right.
You see a very dejected fairy floating his way back towards you guys at a pace not nearly that which he left. You guys are about 500 feet from town as he comes up to you.
Lilith!
What happened?
They were being mean. They didn't want to play tag, and they kept calling me a demon. And they said they don't have our stuff.
Well, that's not very nice at all.
No. I'm just gonna go like dejectedly slump over her shoulder.
We'll figure it out.
Oh, they're dwarvy
Or-
people too.
Maybe we can think of a fun trick to play on mean people.
They're dwarvy people.
Mm.
Or do they look like Bjorn? So actually, just to clarify, Charles at the very beginning said you're a hill dwarf. Are you a hill dwarf or mountain dwarf?
I believe Mountain Dwarf, but it was a skill issue, so
It's on your.
I don't really know.
It's on your character sheet. It'll say underneath it, male.
Well, I chose Mountain Dwarf because of the perks
Yeah.
that I get.
So, Adam, do hill dwarves and mountain dwarves look alike in this realm?
Yeah, I mean, they're dwarvish. I don't imagine that somebody from the Feywild would be able to find the distinction.
Okay. They looked like him.
Oh, no.
That's weird. He's super nice.
Well,
I know, right?
Is everyone like that here? No one's
That's-
been nice thus far. I mean, what we been here like 4 days?
Enough.
I
Let's
haven't-
get our stuff.
They said they didn't have it. I didn't look, though. I believe them, because people don't lie. That would be mean.
Hilda,
Yeah, I can see this point. At this point, he's like perking up a little bit, trying not to laugh. Don't lie.
Hilda, you're moving towards town. You keep coming. As you're getting closer and closer, you see that there's some dwarves standing out on the little trail that leads up to the town. They're looking your direction as you're approaching.
So I go up to them in Dwarvish. I ask them, there was a cart about 10 miles back. and it had my belongings on there along with the comrades I'm traveling with. I'm just here to get it back.
I'd
What
like
do you
to make
speak of?
myself.
Yep, go ahead.
I'd like to make myself present, just so they realize that they're also traveling with the dwarf.
Yeah. They are looking over the bunch of you. The guy with the crossbow out, he's not raising it. It's loaded and it's in his hands, but he hasn't raised it yet.
You're traveling with a demon. What are you speaking that tongue for when you travel with the likes of that?
He's not.
Is he saying this in Dwarvish or Common?
Dwarvish.
Okay.
He's not a demon. He's annoying, but he's not a demon. I think he's a fairy.
Here
That's what
he's
they call him.
from a different place.
Yeah.
A place where they like a.
Jokes.
It's a totally different plane of existence. Like, there's a lot of colors. If you could conceive of perhaps a rainbow flag and make it
Dude,
into a
fuck
realm.
off. Seriously.
Ricky, that's what got you?
Let's try to be subtle about it.
That's what got you? Really?
Can we...
He likes jokes and playing games, but he's not a demon.
I don't know what game he is playing, and I don't know what the rainbow flag means. He almost got
Well, the
his head-
happiness, weirdness, not necessarily evil though. Don't worry about that. As far as I can tell, he did the right thing by me, and by me, an extension of my family. You are. He did the right thing by you.
Aye. So what's with this cart? You're traveling with Goliaths as well, then?
No, they captured me, and they captured them. We got away.
It was your things
We're
on the
lacking
cart.
our belongings.
Yeah, I believe you'll be lacking them for a bit longer as well.
Why would that be?
We took the weapons. We took the other things. Your blankets, your clothing, a few other items we've still got here. The weapons are gone. Although if it truly was your things, willing to give you the gold that we sold it for.
Well, it's kind of you, and I believe him. Courier, do you believe him? I think you should. They're making things right. The word is contrition, I believe.
I don't know who that was to.
The crew. I just said the crew.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Well, the crew can't really understand it. The only person that can is Hilda, I think. You and Hilda.
No, I speak dwarf.
Oh,
I speak dwarf. It'd be
I
weird.
guess I
if
could have.
didn't speak dwarf.
Can we just retcon that and that I said it in common to the rest of the group?
Sure. But they...
That sounds reasonable, but can I ask you who you sold it to?
It's a traveling salesman.
this is in common now.
It's a traveler comes through, buys things from time to time. Usually we have nothing to sell him, but this time we did.
Where does this traveling salesman come from?
All over the northeast here. If you go to Scenaria, you'll likely find him there.
How far is Zenaria from here?
Couple days.
In which direction?
Same way you're headed, southeast.
I guess we'll take the offer that you gave us and head to Zenaria.
That's a good idea. I think just to get our bearings. Friend, what sort of amenities does this town have?
Look around. If you need a place to stay, that's about all we can offer you.
Right. Could you offer me a drinking and a gambling partner?
No.
Okay.
You
Alright.
said, Adam, this was a kind of shabby, small village, correct?
Very shabby, very small.
Okay.
Just a few
You did
families.
say-
In common now, I'm going to say thank you. You can keep my share of the money. I have no need for those things.
I would like her share of the money.
No,
Nope.
I'm not.
No.
He gave it to her. You did say you had our clothes, though, correct?
Not your part, Ricky. Yours will be coming. But
Yeah, I don't know what we'd be doing with clothes this large anyway, except for yours. Yeah, come
Okay.
over this way.
So basically,
Thank
you
you.
guys get everything that you had except for your gold, and your
Armor.
You get your no,
Armor and weapon.
yes, armor weapons are gone. Yes.
Okay, and he's going to give us the gold that he sold, that he got
Yes.
for selling it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And the total is 40 gold.
A piece or like in total?
In total. Yeah, maybe he didn't get a very good deal.
Not at all.
Okay.
I feel like I've been traveling a long time, friend, and you got the shit deal for this.
Oh, I know. Beggars can't be choosers.
No,
So,
they can be a pain in my ass, though.
so we each get 10 gold. Is that right?
10 gold plus our clothes back. By clothes, do we mean armor?
No.
No.
No, but any blankets that you had, any other things that you had in your inventory.
I'll do it for
I
you.
didn't add anything to my
Thanks, honey.
inventory, so maybe we didn't have anything.
Fair enough. So whatever your starting equipment would have been.
Okay. I have this rope here. I might hang myself with it. This fucking sucks.
Here's my. Okay, so I have my star map. Cool.
What? As far as a maul, what am I using? The basic maul? Like, was it an improvised instrument? I was thinking about like how I was gonna get a weapon, and I was like maybe a big ass candlestick or something. That would fix it.
There is a thing called a maul.
Yes, but that's not what this is.
Okay.
So essentially, Richie, you can treat it like a long sword, except it does bludgeoning damage.
Okay, that's cool.
And I have a great axe.
Fantastic.
So, so are we staying here then for the night, or what are we doing?
What time is it?
It's early afternoon. 1 or 2 o'clock.
Echo, I feel like we should find out how far away those guys might be by now, and maybe we can catch them before the day is over.
I look around the town, and I'm like, yes, I do not want to stay here.
I asked that gentleman, when did you sell him our stuff and when did he leave?
He came through yesterday. Right after we had come home with the things.
So he has
Bizarre.
a day start on us.
Aye. How important are these things to you?
Very.
You know, me. Some more than others, but if we're going to survive in this winter wonderland of yours that doesn't fucking spring until June, we're gonna need some stuff.
What do you need?
We're gonna need armor for me and at least 2 others, Echo here and Hilga here. We're gonna need some armor.
Well, if you need armor, I can think of a couple places potentially closer. You'd be doing us a favor as well.
Oh, you don't say.
You see, Reverie perk up at Favor. Favor?
As a group, live near the coast. They are not pleasant. I don't know exactly where they are. I know from the east to here, they come raiding. And
I'll hit him.
honestly, it's one of the main reasons we have so little. Because whenever we do find something, they come and take it from us. Large, monstrous. They look like men, but gray. Anyway.
Gray men? Oh, no. Those are my least favorite kind of men.
These men are wicked and they come and steal from you?
So, when he says that, I look down slightly, and I'm like, brother, my exterior would be qualified as gray.
No, true. But you're, yeah. I don't mean no offense. It's a different kind of person, man. I'm just kind of stupid, so you have to deal with these trip-ups sometimes.
I just wanted to make sure I had not offended you.
No, of course not. You're my brother, you to death.
Wait, are they like her size? Or his size? And he points at the robot.
Aye, large.
Do they look like him?
No.
Do they look... Oh, okay.
No, they look
Do they...
more like you, lass, but grayer and big.
Just a quick clarification, Charles. I don't know what you got away with as far as your descriptor, like what your robot looks like exactly.
I mean, I look like a metal man with like armor incorporated into his body, so his shoulders look like pauldrons, his chest looks like a chest plate, but then it falls into his sort of abdomen, and you can see in between the gaps what looks like mechanical gears and stuff like that moving underneath it. And then he has like a red sort of loincloth down between his legs, where his legs are also metal. So just think like the Mach 1 Iron Man suit, kind of like just a. Like
okay, but not drow. You're like human variant, I guess.
My head looks kind of like a generic skull that somebody tried to put features on. So I have like a jaw that goes into just teeth, but my mouth doesn't actually move when I talk, and I have eye sockets. But then it's like somebody
You're a
tried
T2.
A what?
You're a T2.
Yeah, that would be accurate description, face-wise.
All right. I'm tracking now. All right.
Adam, which direction did we come from?
You came from the west, northwest.
So not okay. So he's saying they're off in the east.
Yep. How far of a travel is this to meet the persons?
I don't know. They can't be terribly far, because I believe they have scouts around. Usually every time we've got something, they come to take it. Which is why that little wee one scared us. Gave us a bit of a fright, because thought it might have been their scout or something else. And he came charging right at us, and waving his hands and screaming his gibberish and acting all...
They fly? Do they fly?
No.
Oh.
In what world is hello gibberish? It's hello. It's a simple word. 2 syllables.
I don't know where you're from.
Oh.
But here we don't greet each other by charging at them and screaming.
Ravier, things might be different here. I think they're... Seems really mellow.
How
They
many
also don't
at
greet
one
each other
time?
with hugs. That's weird.
How many at one time have attacked you to steal your stuff?
It doesn't need to be many of them. 3 of them, 4, 5. They come down there. They don't steal, they always ask for help, for an offering, but it's there.
You know what will happen if they don't give it to you.
Aye.
Do you believe that they have armor and supplies that they have hoarded away?
Anything we get like that, they take.
Fine.
Don't know what for.
I'll go look.
I don't think it's really a question. These poor dwarves, they're in dire need of our assistance. Look at that. Even without equipment, we are apparently competent. We need to go crash what are these things called? What are they called? What do you call them?
Don't say nothing to their face. We call them the bold grey men behind their backs. I don't know what they call themselves.
I think the
The
ball
bold gray men.
Well, luckily for you, my brother and I are proficient in several forms of combat, and we offer such services. If we agree and you offer a good price.
Sure.
I'm
How
gonna
much?
fly.
Shakedown, of course.
How much is your entire town's economy worth to you?
If it's another shakedown you're after. Thanks, but no
It's
thanks.
not a shakedown. It's not a shakedown. But I realize these things belong to you, but if we could recover them, then perhaps
Why would we shake down
maybe...
someone for wickedness? Judgment has been passed. I will go, even if I go on my own, to get rid of the wickedness they're taking from these good people.
You
I'm
see, we travel
flying
with a
off
good
to the
party.
east, looking for tracks.
Okay. We'll get to that in a second, Ricky.
I have formulated a solution. Since you took our items and profited from them, whatever items are collected from helping you rid this area of said bald gray men, then we will keep that.
I don't need nothing from them. You came to me and you said you needed armor. I told you where to find it. If you want me to pay you for it, I can't. So, do with that
No,
what you
armor
will.
is fine.
Quaint misunderstanding. Totally understood. These fucks in the east are about to die. Say a prayer for them, if you will.
Sure, I got one for him.
Open laughter file 907.
You see Lilith smiling. I do love a good battle.
Vengeance is upon them.
Ilgat was ready to go, huh? I imagine we're all like following away. Like,
Yep.
Ilgat.
You do
Armor
notice
already
that
had.
the ferry has just taken off and is flying through the...
I'm heading to the east.
All right.
Purple Stillskin is gonna check it out too. He went ahead.
Ricky, I need a perception check. Actually, first survival
Alright.
check.
Yep, and I'm guidancing myself.
Yep.
So survival is a 21.
Yeah, it doesn't take you long to find the area that they were talking about. It is on the coast. It looks like it was an old fort that's sort of run down. There's one cylindrical tower in it, and then an open courtyard down below, and a few little buildings off the side. It's mostly still standing. There's a roof off of one of the buildings, and some of the wall has crumbled, but it has a nice overlook of the ocean, a cliff down below it, and it sits relatively high up on a hill. So if there's anybody that's staging any sort of attacks from anywhere, that's the most obvious place.
Okay. And you said you needed a perception check too?
Yeah. So how close are you getting to this place?
I'm gonna stay at about 100 feet and fly in a giant circle all the way around it.
Okay. Yep.
Can I guidance that perception check since it's like me traveling, or is this just a regular roll?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean,
Okay.
you're up in the sky. You're not doing anything else but flying. Flying to you is like walking. I don't see why you couldn't perception that.
Well, I try not to guidance things that are overtime, like for walking through the woods for 8 hours. I don't guidance that. That's what I was asking.
Oh no, this is an action that you're doing. You're
Okay.
scouting the place out.
15.
Yep. So you do see, there's a fire burning in one of the buildings. Not burning, but the fireplace is smoking. Flying around, you do see these large gray men. They're the same race of people that had captured you guys. You see one of them out front of the house. Eventually, one of them looks your direction because you're just flying out in the open, and
Well,
points.
I'm like But he sees me.
Yeah. You're flying out in the open. Of course, he sees you.
Okay, I wasn't sure, like 100 feet, 2.5 feet tall. So I wasn't sure how visible I am.
I can see
You're like a big bird.
taller than that.
You're
Okay, cool.
You're a big bird in the sky.
Okay.
Um.
Does he look at me like I'm a bird?
Hang on one second. Shit, where's his spells? Got a guy, but I can't find his spells. Let's see what he has.
Mhm.
Let's see what he's doing. Gonna do anything? No. You do see one.
Sure bird.
You do see one run to the top of the tower, and he's looking out over at you, and just sort of waiting for you to. Looks like he's waiting for you to come closer, and he looks down and yells something down to the people below him that you can't hear or understand, and he's looking at you. The people below in the courtyard. Yeah, the people.
Okay,
in the
sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, the people in the courtyard are running around and they're grabbing weapons.
So the Kakad did not fool him. Is what I'm getting from this activity. Interesting. That always works. How many do I count?
You saw 3. Now you see 4, and then 5. And while you're waiting for that, a couple arrows are coming your way. Oh, that one's gonna hit. It's 19 plus 4.
Mm-hmm.
And that one doesn't hit.
Okay. My AC is 12 currently. Just
Yep.
if that makes it easier. Yep.
You take 12 points of piercing damage as one of the arrows sticks into your shoulder.
And
they're
I'm gonna
reloading.
silvery barbs that.
It's too late. You can silvery barbs after I roll.
When do you...
The attack roll.
Yeah, not
Okay, so
not after damage, right? Like, I'll roll the attack, and then if the attack hits, you can decide. But before I roll the damage.
Got it. How much was the damage?
12.
12.
12?
Yeah, because otherwise
so-
you could meta like
Yeah.
3 damage.
No worries. I didn't say it quickly enough. You're good. So, do I see? You said this thing's sort of out on a cliff.
It's on the top of a hill. There's a forest surrounding it, and it overlooks a cliff.
All right, so I want to fly backwards so that I'm 160 feet away,
Okay.
and I want to look for all the entrances I can see.
Okay. The only entrance you can see is the one coming from the direction of the road up the hill, and there's stairs that go from the hill up to the side of the. They sort of loop around the outer wall and head into the courtyard there.
Okay. I'm going to fly back to the party.
Okay.
And hey, I found them. They shot me. Like I assume I still have like an arrow.
Yes.
A little bit. Yeah. So, ow. They're not nice. They shoot birds because I cacawed. I was clearly a bird. Cacaw.
That always works.
I know, right? Anyways, I only saw one entrance, so how about I'll go distract them and you guys attack.
My small friend, I like where your strategy is at. However, I have not suffered any loss of my defensive integrity. Perhaps I would be a better distraction. I can also grow very large.
Ooh, that was cool. He should do that.
I'd like to know what everyone else can do.
She can make fires, and he can talk.
So well.
Yeah, the talking is not going to help this one, I'm afraid. Okay.
I indeed can make
could-
it throw fire. That is
Could you explain the structure?
Yeah, so it's like this sort of tall building thing. It's up on a hill. There's this little road that winds up to it, an entrance. I didn't see anything, but I mean,
How tall is the walls to this building?
I don't think I got that detail from you.
15. 15 in the parts where it's crumbled, about 25 in the parts where it's not.
It's the same height as you when you get bigger.
So, is he describing this as like a building with like a wall around it, or just a singular building?
I don't know. How are you describing it? So if you're describing exactly what you saw was a tower, a circular tower, surrounded by a, right, and it's part of the exterior wall. The exterior of this tower is part of the exterior wall. And then there is a courtyard that has 25 to 15 foot high walls around it. And there are 3 buildings on the inside. One of them that's missing a roof. And then there's a staircase that wraps around the bottom, coming up from the hill, wraps around the bottom and leads up into the courtyard.
Oh, also, they're Goliaths, and there's at least 5 of them.
Thank you. I was just about to ask you that.
You said that there was one entrance, correct?
That I saw. I mean, there might be more. I could go distract them some more while you look around. I've got this really good spell for distracting people.
So I go up and I touch him and I give him 5 points of hit points back.
I've got the question for you, the blue one, or the brown one now. Oh my. And are you still run, by the way?
Reverie, I gave you 5 hit points back.
Yeah, I got that. Sorry, my pencil lead broke.
Lilith, and I'm orange.
Lilith. Oh, wow, you took a demon's name. Oh.
Sorry, when you give him the 5 hit points, like the arrow pops out of his shoulder, he's like, ooh, and he gives you a hug. Thank you. And I assume like you're giant enough that he's just like hugging your arm. Like, thanks.
I had his back. Welcome.
He flits over to Lilith. She's nice.
That fire you could do, could you make it bigger?
Yeah, I can make it much bigger.
Echo, come here. This one can make a big fires. I have an idea.
I am standing right here.
Oh, right. Sorry. I missed you because you're so small. You're 7 feet. Right.
Laughter fire.
I would like
I can either make like would describe to you guys as a really big singular fireball that hit multiple people, or like 2 like pew pew fireballs at 2 individual people.
Well,
tell them about the confetti. Tell them about the confetti.
I can also make confetti come out of their heads if we cut them. Really,
that's pretty good.
Fun if you do it that way.
That's pretty good. Okay. Okay. So I was thinking I could ride on your shoulders, Echo, and I could throw my own Echo out and to hit one of them, and they all get together in a little spot, and then if we break open the entrance, we could have some big fires on all of them at the same time.
How would you describe the security and integrity of the entrance to the courtyard?
There was no gate on it.
Yeah, it's just open. By the way, I don't know if you guys are sneaky, but we can be sneaky. Like, super sneaky. He like looks at you, opens his eyes. Really, really sneaky.
I don't know what you're getting at here. I'm just not terribly good at being sneaky.
I am also not good at the stealth operations.
Oh no, I can make you sneaky. Like, really sneaky.
Do I have to go like
Wink.
to class or
How
something?
would you do this?
The same way everybody does everything. Magic!
That is not how I do anything.
Oh, well then magic.
You can make all of us sneaky.
Tell him, Lilith. It's pretty cool.
He
And
can't.
Lilith, you know I'm talking about Pass Without Trace.
Yeah. It's like it is pretty cool.
Well,
Well, make us sneaky then.
Well, I think we should maybe
I-
have a plan.
I still believe that it is in the best course of action that I draw them centrally towards me. And then your fireball, as you described, could have maximum effect and hit maximum amount of people.
I like that plan.
Yeah, I'm in favor of this plan.
And
I
I
like
will
it
just
too.
go in and attack
Okie dokie.
once the fireball.
I would wait. I'd wait for after the fireballs because if
Yeah.
anything
I'm
is,
not going in with the
yeah.
fireballs. I will wait till fireballs hit, then attack.
I will lead them into the courtyard, and then I will grow in size, and I will attempt to jump on the wall while you shoot the fireball. And then we can converge on the courtyard, or as I would call it, the death box.
Ooh. Hey Lilith. Lilith. You want to do fire? You want to do fire lightning? Want to do fire lightning?
Yeah, I do.
Can we do fire lightning?
Yeah.
Yes.
Then we're gonna do. I'm assuming we have like so many handshakes. That's just an assume for me.
Yeah, so you see them like do this elaborate handshake, and then he's just like getting flittering, all excited. Like, you guys are gonna love fire lightning. It's pretty awesome.
I see that you have established handshakes. I too have done this, and I want to give the same good Morrow brother handshake to to Bjorn.
Yeah, we've done these. Ours is simpler though. It gets it has to be efficient because then we have to kill people immediately after we do the shake.
Can we
You know-
efficiently go kill now?
You know,
Yes.
I don't like to tell people what to do, but that handshake needs some cowbell.
Everything needs cowbell. Do you guys have cowbell here?
We are
I ha-
wasting time.
I have seen cows with bells, but I agree, it is irrelevant to the conversation. And I want to start moving towards the courtyard. And I'm just
Thank
gonna
you. Let's go.
as I start walking away, I'm like, remember, when you see me go from this size to the larger size, that would be the indication to move.
Understood.
I'm walking with Echo, and I'd like to say to him, I believe that the best place for me to be is on one of these broken parts of the walls, so I can cast my other Echo. As soon as you get big, make sure it's one of the broken parts. I will teleport to your shoulder and jump onto the wall, and then you go make mayhem, and we bang bang.
I will aim for one of the broken structures. Alright, so I want to, my plan when I get to the gate and I see that they, like, see me, I want to, like, run full sprint into the courtyard, and I'll run past, like, if there's one or two, like, at the immediate entrance, I'll totally run past them and take the attack as opportunity till I'm in the center, and then I want to grow large, and I'm going to start, like, backpedaling to, like, draw them in, and then I want to try to jump onto the wall.
So Adam, before he starts running in, how far is the courtyard from the gate?
It's the same, right? It's not very big. The structure is not huge. It's just a little small outpost. So it's maybe 80 feet from one end to the other.
I'm
Of the
gonna wait
entire
for him to
thing.
go
Okay.
in, and I'm gonna come up to the gate to where I'll be able to visualize the people we're getting at least within 150 feet.
You got it. So
When-
what we're gonna
when
do,
he-
we're gonna really quickly take an intermission so I can set up this battle map, and
Yeah.
then
All right,
Okay.
and then
Yeah.
I'll be hanging out, waiting to be able to charge in once those fireballs hit and start slaying.
what
Okay,
I'm gonna
but
do is I'm gonna
I-
set up
I-
the battle map, and then you guys are gonna tell me where you're positioning and what the plan is. I have the general sense that the first person going in is Echo, and then
Mhm.
from there you let me know.
That's what I wanted to do. I want to do something before Echo goes in. So, but we can discuss it once you get it all set up.
Beautiful. All right, quickly transitioning.
This was me holding your mouth on my shoulder.
All right.
I can't see you, Charles.
Oh, what? I'm in the bottom right.
Oh, sorry, the screen's too small. I'll see it when it pops up on the YouTube.
Okay, yeah, because my arm hurts now from doing that.
Yeah, you're good.
But Nadia just happened to have a hand puppet that was exactly the size of what I envisioned when you said you were sitting on my shoulder. So I was just holding it on my shoulder and moving its arms around.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I see it.
Because it's a hand puppet.
Can you? Oh, wait, you already have it off your shoulder. Never mind.
It doesn't have legs. That's the only downside.
So Adam.
Yeah.
Basically, so you know what my guy wants to do is when Echo starts running, when he's about 30 feet away from the gate, I want to start dropping. I'm sorry, when he's about 60 feet from the gate, because I'm assuming Charles is dashing. I want to start dropping. I want to do my call lightning, start dropping lightning bolts, and like pepper them before he gets through the gate, since I have 10 rounds of lightning bolts.
So it looks like I'm running with lightning.
Not peppering you, peppering the courtyard, because I have 120 foot range.
Okay, gotcha.
Shit. I have flying things now, and they're still inside, and I didn't bring them.
Nice.
You guys want to wait 2 minutes while I go grab my flying things?
Yes.
Absolutely. 1000% yes.
The level of nerd and the immediacy of the responses for everybody. Yes, oh yeah, immediately yes.
Go get it.
I sent him his early birthday present.
Nice.
I'm
Good
definitely
choice.
gonna have to... Here, Mom, I'll switch it like this so you can see it too.
What's that, babe?
The stream on YouTube so you can...
I've got it up here on my phone, honey.
Oh, okay, cool, because then...
That's so I can look at the little map here. It's much clearer than the one on there.
Yeah. That's what I do. I just use the YouTube one.
I just look at the blurry one.
Do you? I can't see crap on that.
Just sometimes I use that one, but sometimes it just gets too blurry to where I'm like, yep, I'll do with the delay.
Danny, are you planning on playing Diablo 4? Is that where the Lilith name came from?
I'm playing Diablo 4. Oh my god!
No, I was literally just going through names today, and I decided on that one. No good reason, just coincidence.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So it's like you're actually possessed by a demon naturally.
Maybe. I don't know.
Mine is, what was mine, Charles? The god of what?
Khonshu, the god of the
No,
moon.
my name. My character's name is a god.
I was looking up trickster names, and then I was like, oh, that one.
I can't remember. My character's name is a god of...
Vengeance? You have Khonshu, the god of the moon, the god of vengeance.
Yeah, but Elfrahilda was a god.
No, Elfrahilda is a blessed warrior.
A blessed warrior.
So everybody can say thanks, Grandma, for this one.
Thanks, Grandma.
I think only Kaylin can say that.
Right.
I've just...
He's just so used to saying that.
It's just what I say, man. Like, I call Nicole Mom now. It's just, that's what my kids call her, so that's what I end up calling her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, creep.
I'm gonna need you to resolve your issues out of game, please.
She loves it. She loves it, and she calls me daddy, so...
Fucking creep.
I'm cringing right now. If you could see my teeth, I literally cringed. I don't know what's going on.
You still have your camera turned off, Richie.
Yeah, well, my phone is CIA proof because I'm bad at repairing phone screen.
All right.
Okay, yeah. So
I need everybody's initiative, real quick. I'm gonna let Charles do his run-in because that was the plan to start this off.
We have no plus.
wait, what about my call lightning plan?
It's at the same time, right? It's in tandem.
Yes.
We have no
Firebolt.
armor or anything. We're so
And the
terrible.
What's the
fireball.
range?
Well, that's-
What's the range on call lightning? I'll give you the option.
So I can create a cloud with a
what's the range?
120 feet,
Okay, great.
and that covers
So when you
a
get
60-foot cylinder.
when you get within that 120 feet, you're gonna have arrows flying at you.
That's fine.
All right.
Dirty.
And what about
dirty
the
20.
fireball? Because the plan was that once he got them in the center, I was going to drop it.
I think that's what the
Yes.
initiative order is, to see how everybody positions
Okay.
after I
Do
run
you
in.
have a plus on your initiative?
+1.
But
yeah.
I want to
I
start
have
dropping the
plus
lightning
0,
bolts
wow.
before you run into
Your
the
dexterity stat.
courtyard, because otherwise it's a huge waste
Oh,
of
that's
10
because you
rounds.
have armor on.
You
Okay.
got it. So I'm gonna let you get one round of this call lightning off. Let me know where you want it, and then there will be 2 people shooting arrows at you.
I
Okay.
am following. I think you remember, but just in case you didn't, I am following Echo, and I am going to teleport to his shoulder as soon as he gets to one of the. Actually, it doesn't even matter. Any portion of the wall that I can slide off of his shoulder onto.
Are you already on my shoulder? Do you have your echo on my shoulder then? And you're gonna, how are you teleporting? Is my question.
Yeah, that's the only way I can teleport is through the Echo.
So your echo's already on my shoulder. You pre-put the echo on my shoulder.
Right, and I'm
Yeah,
hauling
you're-
ass behind it.
Okay, I
15
got
feet
you.
behind him, yeah.
No, the echo you can cast it at 15 feet, but then it can move past that range.
So let's do this first. I need
It's
everybody's initiative.
30, yeah.
Dirty 20 for echo.
13 for Reverie.
I'm scared of rolling this. Charles, could you roll this for me?
19 for Lilith.
I don't want to close the screen and fuck everything up because I'm on mobile.
What's your plus to initiative?
1.
So 9.
12 for Hilda.
Got it. All right. Echo begins to run up. You are flying into range. As you're flying into range, you come into range of these 2 archers who take shots at you.
Yep.
The first one's probably a miss. It's a 9.
Yeah, Macy's 12.
And the second one is a natural 1. So 2 shots fired, 2 misses. You are now within. I don't know. I got you flying around, and I want you to be able to see it, but you're going to be a lot closer than 120 feet. You're at 120 feet, we'll say.
Yeah, that's fine.
Go ahead or you're at I think 120 feet. Go ahead and call lightning, and let me know where you want to put it.
So, what's the distance between the wall and the guy standing on top of the raised area? In the back, top right.
Just tell me where you want to put it, man. The guy up there is going to be out of range.
Because it's a 60-foot circle, so I want to put it wherever I can cover. Can I cover all of them with a 60-foot circle? Is my question.
No, not the guy up in the tower, because it's a 60-foot square on the ground, and he's probably 50 feet up in that tower.
It's a. Oh, sorry. No, it's a 120-foot circle. It's a 60-foot radius. So it's a 120-foot diameter.
Yeah.
I also think it's a cloud in the sky.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it's a
striking,
cloud in the sky.
That's striking the ground, right?
It strikes wherever I want it to strike. Yeah.
From the cloud, yeah.
From the cloud. So
Anything under the cloud can be stricken.
okay, but you have to pick a spot that could be stricken. So pick a spot where you would like your first strike to hit.
Oh, so does the 120 feet cover the whole thing?
Sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna start by you know what? Since he's in the back, I'm gonna start hitting the guy in the back.
All right. Take a shot, or he has to make a
He's
save.
the furthest
doesn't
one
he?
away.
Dexterity save, right?
Yeah, it's a dexterity saving throw. Ooh, nice roll. And it's not
18.
stormy outside, right?
18. It is not. No.
Okay, so it's this is a half damage, I think. I'm just double checking. Yeah, half as much on a successful save. I rolled a 25. It's actually a really good roll. So he takes 12.
Lightning strikes down from the sky. You see it hit the top of the tower, and that guy up there is toasted. At that same moment, Echo is charging in. Comes up around.
And I just want to
here.
yell, "Your turn, Lilith!" That's it.
You guys are running up behind. So you guys get up to here.
I basically I as a standard rule, I want to be a buffer, so I will be the second line behind Echo.
You got it.
Almost all the way. Yeah.
And I imagine Lilith's up there too. Charging in, and from here, I need to switch the music to some more battle-appropriate music.
Yes. La 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 la.
This is great battle music. I love this battle music.
I think I'm gonna start incorporating nicknames into the season, so I'll just give different variants of my name.
I like it.
Damn. Those are pretty lame. Alright, guys. Whatever. We're gonna go with this for now. Top of the round. Echo. You've
Alright,
just
so I
breached the
wanna-
gate.
So as a bonus action, I'm gonna grow huge. I want to. There's a guy immediately to my right when I come in, right?
Yep.
So I want to. Yes, I take up 4 squares. I want to run up to the guy on the right, and I'm gonna take an attack at him.
Yeah.
Plus 6, 25 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
He takes 12 slashing damage.
Whew.
And then I want to run past him, like keep running.
Okay, he's gonna swipe out at you.
Yep.
It's gonna hit. It's yeah, it's like 23.
Yeah, that hits.
You take 10 piercing damage from his short sword.
Once I get around him, I want to try to run and jump up onto that thing and then take my second attack against that guy.
How much movement do you have? Is it doubled when you're huge?
Yeah, so it's 60 feet.
Oh yeah, you got enough. You jump up into the parapet where he's at. Take your
I'm gonna
attack.
take my second attack. Plus 17.
17 hits.
He takes 17 slashing damage.
Woo.
What is that noise?
I don't know.
That's the end of my turn.
All right,
Oh my god.
Richie, I think that's you, buddy. Did that get rid of it?
Yeah.
All right, it was Richie. Richie.
Is he dying?
Ah. No, I muted him.
Richard!
It's not Richard.
What the fuck is that? Let me mute. Okay, I don't know what that was.
I don't know either.
Alright.
Richie, are you back?
Yes.
All right, it's your turn. Oh, excuse me, it's Lilith's turn. I apologize. I apologize. It's Lilith's turn.
All right. Yeah, you're good. I had to give Schnitzel a snack.
That was fucking painful. Please mute your phone next time you do that.
Well, I guess I'll just try. I want to try to hit the most people I can with this 20-foot fireball. I'm assuming it's those 2 guys in front of me that are probably the closest together to make that possible.
It's 20-foot radius, right?
Yeah,
You can get all 3 of these guys.
I want to drop that fireball. And I want to use Tides of Chaos so I have advantage.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
So let's see what this fireball does first. I'm going to roll for their deck saves.
Well, the advantage would be that... Oh, okay, I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead and add another damage dice to it. Let's do that.
Ooh, that's a nice compromise.
So this guy saves. This guy does not. And this guy does not save. So 1 save, 2 failures.
So they get 9d6 damage.
Yeah.
And then, you want to roll on the magic or on the wild magic table right after the attack, or?
Yep. After I see what this explosion does to these people.
Okay. It's 27 damage.
Woo. All right. This guy, fully engulfed in flames, he's ducking down behind the little stone wall and doesn't get the brunt of it. These two take the full brunt of it. Still standing, not happy about how that went down. And then we're gonna roll your wild magic.
Yes.
71.
71
Nice.
is. I gain resistance to all damage for the next minute.
Oh!
Shit! You're a tanky ass sorcerer now.
Fuck yeah.
All right, and now to see if you get it back. Odds you do, evens you don't. Ooh.
Oh, so I had to wait till a long rest, correct?
Yep.
No, not a long rest. I think we decided that you just basically have to wait another combat round,
Okay, yeah,
Oh,
okay.
okay, cool.
so you can't use it next round.
Oh, that's cool.
All right, awesome. You are resistant. Let me put that down, and please try to
It's
remember.
such a random.
All
All day.
damage too.
Boom! This massive explosion in front of you all clears, and Lilith is looking a little extra feisty. Up next are these guys. So first thing this guy is going to do is jump down here. Just barely make it there. All right, these guys, both of these guys are going to be taking attacks at Bjorn
Okay.
because he's up in front. Oh wait. I'm sorry. This guy's dead.
Well, that's way better.
I didn't like I didn't see his hit points. Sorry. So the attack you do get is a dirty 20. That is going to hit.
100%.
He's going to take his other attack. Oh, another dirty 20. My goodness, 2 hits. What I'm talking about.
Am I within 30 feet?
No.
No.
Okay.
The first attack you take 10 slashing damage. And the second you take 9 slashing damage. He
Ouch.
comes smacking down on
19 damage.
smacking down on you with his longsword. This guy, he did. It's his turn. Up next we have Hilda.
You have Hilda.
Hilda's right here. I got you in blue right now. I'm gonna repaint everybody. I'm gonna make everybody's colors look right. But first I need to make sure you
Okay.
guys aren't gonna fucking seppuku yourselves.
How tall is that little step up?
This right here,
Yeah,
that's 15 feet up.
15 feet up.
15 feet up from your
Okay.
current position. If you were to get up these steps more, it's only about 5 feet up.
Okay, can I get up the steps a little more to get up it or no?
You could, yeah.
Because where I am, I can't see those 3 creatures, right? The 3 guys.
You can't see. You could probably see this guy. You could see this guy. You probably can't see this guy.
So I have to be on top of there to see him.
Okay.
And then I want to cast Bane.
What's the range of Bane?
Oh, the other guy's too far. 30 feet?
Yeah, you can get 2 of them.
Okay, I'll cast it.
All right. Do they need to make a save?
It's they have to do a charisma saving throw.
What is their charisma? +0. So a 15 and... What's this guy? Another 0. And a 10. So this guy fails. Or this guy succeeds, this guy fails.
Okay, so the guy that failed, he has to subtract a d4 on his attack roll or saving throw.
Okay.
For the next minute, I think it is.
Yep, you got it. Is that your turn?
That was one action. I get 2.
No.
No, only if I'm doing fighting, right?
Yeah, only if you take it. If you choose the attack action, you get an extra attack.
That's fine.
Reverie,
man.
Yeah.
Like reverie, like the trance.
Revs Demir. Yeah, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna fly 30 feet closer, so I'm assuming about 90 feet out now.
Okay.
And I'm going to hit the guy in the tower with a guiding bolt.
Okay.
I believe it has 120 foot range.
Yeah. Fire
well,
away.
I'm going to attempt to at least.
Yeah.
Nope, that's going to miss. It's a 9.
Yeah, that does miss.
Well, frustrated, I'm still going to hit him with a lightning bolt because it's a bonus action to call the lightning down.
All right.
So I need a save from him, please.
He fails.
All right. He takes. Oh, that's not nearly as good a roll. 13 more lightning damage.
Lightning strikes the same place twice. Somebody is certain that wasn't supposed to happen, but it did. Yeah, he's still.
He's still.
He's still.
He's
Yeah,
in the background.
he is still standing. He does look pretty pissed from your.
Okay.
From your vantage point.
EOT.
Okay. And by the way, next turn it's going to be flipped. Reveneer, you're first before Hilda. I apologize, I messed that up. Bjorn, you're up next.
Okay.
I'm gonna smack the guy in front of me. Charles, can you roll these attacks for me, please?
I can roll it on screen.
There you go. What's your plus? If you have strength 17, it should be plus 6.
I just didn't want to.
I got it. We're good.
Yeah,
I got everything here.
It should be plus 6.
It is plus 6. There we go. Ooh. Sorry. First swing is a miss.
Nope. Actually, with Great Weapon Master, I can re-roll that too.
That's damage.
Or no, that's for damage.
That's
for damage. Okay. All right.
Do you have a second attack?
I'm gonna use. Yes, I'll use the second attack.
Plus 6 is 13. Let me see if that hits. What is he? He's that guy. 16 does not hit. 2 swings, 2 misses.
Bonus action, I'm going to cast my Echo. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to cast it on the guy that has the yellow circle under him. Right, I want to cast the Echo right next to him.
Your Echo's still on my shoulder. You said you precast it on my shoulder.
No, it's after 30 feet it dissipates.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, otherwise I would have had a better plan. But yeah, I'll cast the Echo next to the guy with the yellow square or the yellow circle.
And then
I have a
Unleash
really
Incarnation.
Cool. This is your Echo, just because this is what I've got.
Nice.
All right, the cactus. I don't know. I'm on such a small screen right now. I can't even really tell what's going on.
He looks like a little dwarvish wizard with a goofy hat. He's funny. All right, your echo is right next to the guy who is.
All right, and I'm gonna move to the right of the guy in front of me, but I'll still stay engaged with him.
Yep.
And that'll be my turn.
You got it. Up next is this guy who's going to. What he's got. Yeah, he's gonna do that. Two arrows coming at you, Ricky.
Yep.
19 hits.
Okay.
And 22 hits.
I'll silvery barbs one of them.
Hey.
I don't care which one.
Oh, misses. Rolled a 2.
Sweet.
Not much I could have rolled and still missed, but that is one of them. You take 8 piercing damage as another arrow sticks into you.
Uh-huh.
And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yep. Yep. It fails.
Okay.
Cloud is gone.
This guy is going to jump over the wall. Take the opportunity attack if you'd like to.
I would. Plus 6. 18.
That hits.
6 plus 7. 15. I'm sorry. 13 slashing damage.
You got it. So as he's going over the wall, you slash at his back and cut into him deeply. It does throw off his fall. He's trying to not biff it so hard at the bottom of this 15-foot wall, but he does badly. And he's going to take some extra damage. Yeah, he's hurting. That is his turn. Last up. What can this guy do now?
Is the guy that fell off the wall prone?
Yes, he is.
But not dead. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, he's still alive. He twisted his ankle on the way down.
Yep, you're good.
Probably had something to do with getting an axe to the back.
That does tend to have that effect.
You watch as the guy up in the tower. You can see this. You're about the only person that can see this, Regni. Fuck it. I'm gonna get it eventually.
Reverie.
Reverie, yeah.
Like the trance.
But why does it start with Ray? I don't get it. Anyway, moving on with our lives. Because I wrote down Raveneer everywhere, and I wrote it down so many times. It's stuck in my head. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. You watch as this guy makes these hand motions and then touches an invisible wall beside him, it seems. And this portal opens next to where he's at. He steps through it. Gone.
And I don't see him reappear anywhere else.
You do not.
You just see me like slowly turn upside down. Weird.
All right, that is his turn. Top of the round, Echo.
I'm gonna jump off of the wall and land axe down on the dude who's prone.
I thought you were gonna do that. That's so funny.
I need a dexterity save. You're going to be able to hit him, but I need a dexterity saving throw to see how dexterous this is going to be.
Plus 1, 18.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll that with advantage because he's prone.
24.
Yep.
Plus 3. 16 slashing damage.
Wouldn't that be pounding damage? You hit on top of 'em. Squishing damage.
Hashtag me too. Pound me too. You come down with a full force of this axe down into him, taking a big chunk of his side, expecting to see the life drain from him. It doesn't. But he's not happy. You're not entirely sure how much longer he's got left.
So standing over him, I will take my second attack.
Do it. Also with advantage, he's prone still.
Plus 6, 17.
Yeah, this is going to finish him, whatever the damage is.
15.
Yeah. Going directly for that exact same cut where you've punctured through his armor, you come down and sever him basically in half while he's laying on the ground. It's just from the bottom of his left trapezoid all the way up to his right shoulder is just completely cut in half.
Blood for the blood gods.
And then I'd like to get as close as I can back towards the entrance to the courtyard. Or actually, how tall is that wall? You said 15 feet?
Yeah.
Can I just jump back up on top?
Yes, you may. And you've got... got another 20 feet of movement, I think?
Okay, so I'll get as close to the dude that's left as I can.
Right up on him.
Alright, and that's the end of my turn.
You got it. Next up is Lilith.
There's still a dude in front of me alive as well, correct?
There is.
I know it's going to get an attack on me, but I just don't care right now. I want to go past him to where I can get him and the other guy in my sight.
Well, you still get no damage, right?
It's just going to be half, but it's fine.
Well, I mean, there's enough room on the right to where you could run around.
No.
Okay, we have to go.
No.
It seems like a side opening.
Because as soon as you get into this square here, you're within 5 feet of him.
Okay, gotcha.
Are you
So I
trying
wanna
to
go
are you
past-
trying to line them up or just get them both in your sight?
I want to shoot a firebolt at both of them using a twining spell, but I just need to be able to see them and them to be within 120 feet.
Gotcha.
But I think I have to go past him to do that.
You do. Without having to roll with disadvantage, you have to go past him. So he's going to take a swing at you as you go by. It hits. It's 20-something, 23.
Weird, it does hit. So off day for me.
What is his? You take 9 slashing damage as he strikes you with his sword on your way by.
Is that half?
Yes.
It is halved. Yeah, 4. Yeah, I forgot you were resistant. Good call.
Alright, and then I want to just go forward to where I can get them both in my sights and not hit whoever my party member is right there. And I'm going to use Firebolt with the twined meta magic, so it'll hit both of them. Or 2 will fire off one after the other.
I really like that you call it twined, but it's twinned.
Twin, thank you.
So as you weave that twine around your fingers, and you basically do finger guns at both of these nerds at the same time, arms out, T-posing on them. Go ahead and roll those attacks.
It would make sense that they were actually called twined.
That's what it feels like for me. Okay, so
No, no
six.
more.
What's the
Do I
attack?
have to
Small
do
dog.
one for each one?
Yep,
21 for the first attack.
hits.
Ugh. 12 for the second attack.
Does not hit. So this guy, go ahead and roll the damage.
$11.
So one fireball just goes flying past, ends up just flying right by your echo, Bjorn. The other one smacks into the side of this guy's head, and he rung his bell quite a bit. Is that your turn?
I'll back up like 2 squares just to get out of direct being in between everybody.
Okay. Ray? Ray.
All right.
Reverie.
Reverie.
So this should be fun. I am going to fly. Can I fly directly over the one that is that has the bane on it and be 30 feet above it?
You are 50 feet up in the air currently, yes?
Yes.
All right, that's 50 feet there.
So flying diagonally, drop 20 feet, and
You don't have
try
to
get
drop.
above him.
If you had to drop 20 feet, you couldn't do it. But because he's at an elevated position, you flying that way basically puts you about 30 feet above him.
Sweet. Okay. I'm gonna thorn whip him.
Okay. Interesting.
I love the creativity here. That is cool.
Let's see it.
Come on, please hit. No, you're not gonna roll it. Please hit. Please hit. Yes. 16. This is a 16 hit.
Who's that guy?
No, with Bane, what does he have to do for?
Nothing. It doesn't
Nah,
affect.
Oh, okay.
It's when he takes a roll.
That was
16 does not hit.
So disappointed right now.
Have her roll to see if it would have.
So rude.
Oh. That's so disappointing. Okay. That's it.
So you guys watch above. You're not really seeing exactly what happened, but you watch this magical whipped arm of something just come flying down past this guy's head. It doesn't quite snag him though. All right. Hilda, you're up.
So I'm gonna attack. Do
Yep.
my 2 attacks on guy in front of me.
Yep. So you're about 5 feet up from him now. I don't think mechanically it's doing anything. Just I
So
imagine
I
you're
need
just
to
like
step down.
no, that's what I'm
Thrusting
saying.
down
Yeah, I think you're just thrusting down your sword at him.
because you're still within the range.
Yeah.
So just roll my attacks in.
Yes.
Yep.
Roll your 2 attacks.
That was just
First one
yeah, go ahead.
is a 19.
19 hits.
And the second one's 11.
11 does not hit. Go ahead and roll the attack damage.
$12.
You got it. This guy have. Oh, yeah, that attack. So thrusting down towards him actually gives you a perfect angle to see the base of his neck that's usually protected by his armor. You stab it right down and just sever the spinal cord connection at the base of his neck, and he just plumps down
Oh,
in front of you.
you.
Is that your turn?
I'm gonna go ahead and so he's dead.
Yep.
I'm gonna step down off of that.
That's it?
Yep.
Okay. Last guy left, standing there, looking around, seeing his precarious situation, takes a quick peek up at the tower, throws down his weapons.
You got me. Okay, you got me. No more fighting, yeah?
That's his turn.
So
Who's
Hilda.
up next? It depends on who's next.
Oh, who's next? Okay.
Bjorn.
I don't think this one's going to go anywhere if we decide he does not need to go anywhere. Somebody should tie him up.
Can I just like, because I'm big for the next like 45 seconds, can I just like grab him? And is there any loose like rope or anything laying around the battlefield? Because I don't have any rope on me, or even like I'll try if there's a piece of metal, I'll try to bend it around his fucking arms while I'm huge.
Yeah. So there's some banding that you find on one of the wooden doors over the building over here, and it's coming off already. It's kind of rusted, so you just peel it off and you make just with your hands make manacles around this guy. You got him front or back?
I'm gonna do front so I can see him.
You got it.
Oh, okay. I'm not fighting. Okay. What?
And then
What do you want with me?
Hey, there's a couple of questions, and you don't seem too smart, so we're pretty much talking on the same level.
I don't
Why
think I
were you
understand.
stealing? We're trying to figure out why you're attacking these dwarves. Why you're taking their stuff, you know. Not very nice.
Guys, I think might makes right, yeah? You are mightier than us. We give up. Right? You were right now. We were right then, right?
Is that the rules?
I think that's how they think, I guess. Okay, so since we're right, where's the stuff? And show us all the good ones.
Also, where's teleporty guy?
we don't know.
No, I'm asking him.
Oh, gotcha.
That guy. I don't know. I didn't realize he was such a coward. He leaves us.
Right. What is your name?
Oh, my name. Tuknugar.
Right. Fuck Nogar. Where do you store... That is what I said. Fuck Nogar.
Tuk.
Where do you secure your items within this little keep?
Right, yes. I see now how this may be a problem for people. We are mighty, we take their things, and then somebody mightier comes to take our things. Yes, I will take you into the keep to take the things that you need.
Hilda walks closer to him as he is getting ready to take us to the things.
Hey, Adam, I want to just cast Detect Magic and fly over every inch of the fort I can before it expires.
Yeah, you got it.
And I'm just going to be following wherever he's leading.
I'm actually entranced by this guy. I'm also following, but like not in a mere spirited way. I'm sort of Fook Nugar.
I'm
I feel like I want to
following
befriend
right
him.
behind him.
Tuk. T-H.
Yeah, I heard
Oh,
it.
Fook Nugar.
So he does take you guys into the keep, and in there, it's just a pile of stuff. Essentially, any armor that you could want other than plate armor is in here. There are shields. There are every sort of weapon imaginable.
So that he has,
there are
there's
arrows.
actual the big mauls.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So Adam, since he has led us there, I kill him and say judgment has been passed by my god.
Oh. How are you gonna kill him?
Oh boy.
I'm gonna attack him with my longsword and chop his head off.
So he brings you in. He's standing there.
Okay, so here's the stuff. You take what you like.
Oh my God! That's a lot of blood. Why did you do that one?
Am I in the room?
You're flying around the
They're
fort.
wicked.
You said.
Yeah, flying every inch of the fort I can see.
Yep. So no.
They are wicked. Judgment was passed my god. I am here to do as my god says. I was chosen.
Oh boy, I didn't know that you were like Judge Judy and executioner, you know?
I'm not judge. My god judge. I'm just provide what my judge says.
Yo, yay, okay. It's
I did not judge
let me
him.
know all the rules. I'm gonna need to know the rules that you abide by, because I don't want to get decapitated. That guy is not having the good time right now.
And who is your god?
My god's name is Contrus, god of the moon, god of vengeance.
I do not know that god.
Very simple. You just do no malice or murder. You cannot be wicked. You do not harm without cause. You do not steal without cause. You honor his cause, which is vengeance. And you do not use his name falsely. You can kill for all those reasons.
Okay. Echo, I think you should be careful.
What kind of armor can I wear?
Your god is very different than mine. My god is Moradin. He is the soul forger. That is how I have a soul.
That is very good. I will not say anything about your god, and please do not say anything about mine.
Hey, no, definitely don't say nothing about her god, bro. She'll cut your fucking head off.
I do not care to talk about your god. Anyway, we will be good.
Hey, Danny, on your sheet on the bottom left, right
It'll
below
say,
senses, it says armor, and they'll say light, medium, whatever you have proficiency in.
So it says a
I
sorcerer.
figured it out. It's none.
Yeah, as a sorcerer, you use spells like mage armor and shit typically, or you just stay away from being in the front lines. So I want to go pick up whatever looks like the sturdiest, just big ass maul, because that's what I'm most trained with.
Yeah, you got it. Because of the size of you and the things that you can carry, go ahead and just use it as a great axe.
Okay.
But it's just bludgeoning
Charles?
damage.
Since you
Gotcha.
know all the stuff I need, can you pick mine for me?
Yes, I
Okay,
can.
thank you.
I'm 100% going Regni. I'd like to find something just for flavor's sake that's the base of it is wider than I am, and the length of it is maybe a foot shorter than I am.
What are you looking for?
I want something a great maul.
A great maul.
It's just for flavor's sake. Like, I'm not asking for a specific item. Just a two-handed maul.
Yeah.
But it needs to be like absurdly big. You know what I mean? Just for flavor.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you're able to find one, and you're swinging around. You're pretty happy with it. Is there anything else you guys are looking for in here?
Absolutely.
Ricky, I'll get to you here in a
looking
minute.
for full chainmail armor.
You do find some.
I think that's okay. Great.
Is there half plate? You said up to full plate, not including full plate. You could do half plate, right?
Yeah, you want it?
Oh fuck. Well then, fuck the chainmail. I found some half plate and I threw that shit aside and I put half plate.
You got it. What else are you guys looking for while you're in here? Ricky, again, I'll get to you in a second, buddy.
honestly, it's mostly martial shit that I'd be looking for. Anything that really catches my eye about dwarven history, like anything that's like an heirloom or something that the dwarves would be concerned with, I would be looking for.
Roll an
Because these people are
investigation.
giving things away.
Going to
Roll
just-
a family, please.
Give me a second, Danny. I'll get to that.
I think I have proficiency in investigation. I'm not positive though.
You want me to roll it?
Yes, please and thank you. I can't exit this.
Yep.
On mobile.
So, just so you know, and it's gone under character sheet, Mom picks up a warhammer and a shield, and then armor.
You got it. Bunch of warhammers. Interesting.
Well, the maul's the big two-handed thing, and then the warhammer's the single one.
Yep. Yeah, no, I get it. Everybody's
Okay.
apparently it's fucking hammer time.
Yeah, right?
It is Hammer Time. That's the name of our group.
Damn it. Yeah, no, you don't find anything, Richie. You do, however, flying around. Danny, now we'll get to you in a second, Danny. Ray, as you're flying around, on the outside, no magic stuff that you can see. You fly to the top of the tower to see what that dude was doing up there. You see your 2 lightning strikes there. You're flying down in the tower. You get to his room and start rummaging around in there. Nothing's glowing there. Frustrated with everything that's going on, you get down to the bottom and you see a little piece of something glowing underneath a pile of weapons.
Is that the room that they're in, or is it a different pile of weapons?
It's the room they're in, yep.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So, well, first I guess I fly in, I look over and I see the dead Goliath. I'm like, what happened to him?
He died.
You see me like look even closer, and he's been decapitated, right? That's what happened.
Yes.
So I look closer, and then I like fly over to Lilith. Where's the confetti?
Oh, my bad. And then I'm gonna use prestidigitation. But
Okay, he's totally okay with it. He was just very concerned about the lack of confetti. He's like, that was weird. I've never seen a headless body with no confetti. That was super weird. Wasn't that weird? It's weird.
it's way less fun without the confetti. It's an off day.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, shiny! And he flies down to the shiny thing.
It is a massive sword. You find under this pile.
So I imagine he's like, he wraps his arms around the hilt, and he's like fluttering up out of the pile. Like just, it sinks down a little bit, flutters higher. It's like, look, shiny! And he like grabs it and he tries to hold it straight up. I don't know if he's strong enough to do it. He's like trying to lift it in the air as he flies in like exuberance. Shiny! Like in a She-Man pose or He-Man pose. Shiny!
And
I was thinking
is it shiny? And I'm giving.
I was thinking She-Ra and then He-Man, and I just got all confused.
You're giving me shit about the fucking
He-Man
rainbow flag.
pose. So I don't know if he can hold it up, but he's very much trying to hold up this shiny.
Yeah, I mean, he can hold it. He couldn't wield it very well, but he can hold it, for sure.
He looks around the party excitedly. He's like, yeah?
I give claps. I was like, what kind of shiny?
It is, just so you guys see what you're looking at, it doesn't look terribly remarkable. It just looks like a great sword. It got some dings in it.
So I look.
I know Reverie, so that's why I'm asking. I was like, what kind of shiny?
Oh, shit. Right.
Waiting on that.
Should have known.
It's even better now because Danny's going to do it every time, too.
I don't know.
Go downstairs and get close.
say transmutation.
Okay. So he like looks and he's like, this thing makes stuff into other stuff. Pretty cool.
Magic.
Looks around.
Magic.
He's like, does anybody want the shiny sword?
I am proficient in swords.
He's gonna like spin in a circle 1, 2, 3 times to build up enough momentum and then try to toss you the sword hilt first.
I want you to roll an improvised weapon attack, which is basically just a dexterity check.
A dexterity check? Okay.
And I was just gonna look for some sort of shiny novelty or trinket.
Can I guidance myself with that?
No.
Okay. That's a nat 1.
What?
So you're spinning around with this thing, holding the hilt. 1, 2. Right as you go to release it, it slips out of your hand before you're quite ready, and it ends up hitting you on its way to the ground. It spins around while you're still there, and it sort of helicopters its way down and slices your leg. You take 8 points of slashing damage.
I do
Not
not
a
believe
nice
you
shot.
are proficient in that weapon.
Yeah, obviously that's why I was trying to give it to you.
I'll walk over to it and pick it up. And I want to see if it feels weird or anything like that. And then because they said it was magic, I will try to attune to it unless they're trying to leave.
You got it. So,
Adam.
Yep.
Sorry, just to make sure, I could find a shield and studded leather in there, right?
Yes, he said anything short of plate armor.
Yeah.
Okay. I also want to grab a quarterstaff, which I assume is about. I can't remember if a quarterstaff is 6 or 8 feet tall.
Yeah, it's more of a twig, kind of a wand.
Oh no, I was gonna have. I want a full size one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, grab it.
Yeah. How big is that?
Yeah, that's about 6 feet.
Okay, so I'm gonna like flying over to the big robot thing. Hey, yeah, giant robot guy, could you let's see. And I set it on the ground and I'm like still floating a little bit and I hold it out. Could you break off right about here? And I want him to like break the top 2 feet off of it.
So I'm gonna use the sword that I just picked up to cut it clean where he pointed to.
Easy enough. Just one quick swipe. Some sparks fly off the stone.
Sweet, thank you. And he's gonna sit there and like work this little tiny stone cylinder onto it that he's been apparently carrying around in his hand the whole time, if anybody noticed. Just gonna work that on. Cool. And then he's gonna go back and look for a dagger.
Easy enough.
I just wanted to find a shiny object. A novelty.
Gotcha. Roll that investigation check.
Can you roll it for me, please?
Yes. Pretty good.
15.
Looking around, there's a few shiny things. Most of the weapons here are worn, battle used, so they're a little dingy, chipped up in some areas. You're getting kind of annoyed just looking down at this pile of weapons and armor, so you walk up the tower into the other room, and up there you find a small ball. It's a crystal ball, super smooth. It looks almost like glass with how clear it is. Yeah, that's what you find there. So you've got a blue crystal ball.
How big is it? Can I close my hand around it?
No, not. It's like a softball size.
Okay.
And so I've flown the entire keep, correct?
You have, yeah.
Okay, I want to fly back.
You flew directly through to that, yes.
Okay, I want to fly back up. You said I found a room where it looked like the mage's room, and see if I can find any paperwork or anything.
Okay.
While they're doing this, I'll be attuning to the sword.
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll an investigation check.
All right, and I'm guidancing myself for this one.
Yep.
Is a
17.
Yeah, you do find a few notes, but nothing really stands out. Nothing really interesting that you look at. It's just, oh, this is just an order to guard the keep. This is something else. There's nothing interesting among the stuff you find. You find a few books here and there.
Does it is the order signed? Does it say who is telling them to guard the keep?
No.
I'm still gonna take that one.
Okay.
I'm gonna fly back down to the party and be like, so I found this, and it looks like someone told these guys to guard the keep. They weren't just hanging out here, and like wave the paper around until I eventually just eeny, meeny, money here, Lilith, and I hand it to Lilith.
And then I just hand you this glass ball with no explanation in return.
For me? Thank you. And I'm now utterly entranced with the glass ball. I'm like trying to find a little bit of sunlight so I can shine it, so I can like play with it in the sunlight to see if it glows or anything, if like the light's going through.
Sorry. The other thing you found while you were up there looking through that was a dagger, and the dagger wasn't particularly interesting to you until you noticed that it was shinier, right, than most daggers. And it had a curved blade on it, and the handle was made out of something that was, it's not wood, it's white, and wraps all the way around, and it's screwed in, and it's very ornately carved with lots of skulls and bones on it. So you can put a ritual dagger in your inventory.
Oh, ritual dagger. Cool. All right. So I'm gonna have my regular dagger I grabbed from downstairs, and then a ritual dagger. That does not show up, so I'll have to make one of those. Okay. Wait, is that an actual item that you made, or is that a thing?
It's not magic.
It's not a weapon. It's not
okay.
It's its own thing.
It could be used as a dagger, but it's
but
it's just
it's not
slightly different.
That.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, so it's not a +1 or anything. Got it.
As we were doing the searching through the stuff. Yeah, Echo, do you remember those things they used to give me to like make my body stop hurting?
You notice Echo is like holding the sword up in front of him, and it looks like his eyes are just flickering as he's trying to analyze the sword. He's just kind of focused on it.
Oh, okay, sorry. Hey, maybe one of you regulars, maybe you guys know what I'm talking about. It's like a glass bottle. It's got the red stuff in it, and it makes you feel less shitty. You know what I'm talking about?
So, still mostly absorbed in this glass ball, like trying to get it to filter through the sunlight. Oh yeah, like healing stuff. Sure. I don't think anyone has one of those because, a lot of stuff got stolen, but yeah, I know what it is.
Oh yeah,
or is it wine? Wine sounds similar.
Ooh, wine does sound good.
So I walk up.
That's also a good thing. I feel like we could find something like that here, and I'd like to search for a healing potion or a wine flask.
That would have showed up to my magic, detect magic, correct?
It would have. It's not there. You do find some wine, a whole 2.5 kegs of wine, basically.
Cool. This is pretty good. Do any leathers?
Leathers?
Wine skins.
Yeah, I imagine they'd have collected those along the way.
Hey, believe that everyone here needs one of these, and you should fill this up. I tell you, these things are good in the pinch. You think you're gonna die, and then you drink this, and then you don't. I start handing them out. I don't know what else to
Take
do.
it happily. Thank you. I love
It's
wine.
just wine skins with wine.
I'll take one.
Hilda, you said you were gonna do
My
something.
guy's an idiot.
Hilda.
Oh no, I realized what he was doing. Never mind. No.
All right. Echo, I need that Arcana check, please.
It's 319.
You're holding this, you're inspecting it, looking up and down it, and as you were looking at it first when he was holding it, it just looked like a big sword, but not anything spectacular. Looking at it now, you can see there are runes carved into the side of it. They're written in giant. And you can not exactly make out what the incantation was, but it's a little interesting as you come to understand this thing, because though it's written in giant, it is actually meant to slay giants.
Oh.
It is... What's the name of it? It's just called Giant Slayer. It's a +1.
I was about to sarcastically suggest that it was named the Giant Slayer, and you just came right out with it.
It's a +1 sword, but it also
does 2d6 extra damage on a. Yeah, I found it. Great Giant Slayer Greatsword. Got it. Equipment. So looking at the runes on there, seeing that they're giant, I'm gonna point to Bjorn and be like, "Look, brother, it has runes like what I can do," and I'm gonna put my fire rune onto the hilt of the sword.
All right.
And then the cloud rune I'm gonna put in the center of my chest.
Got it.
Oh boy, this one I don't think is gonna be very good for the enemies. You comrades, you should be careful of this one. I tell you, you don't want to cross him. Not with these things that he just attached to him.
You know what the accent is, Richard? I finally have been trying to place it the whole time. If anyone liked Anastasia, the way that bat talks with Russian accent, you sound exactly like it.
I don't know.
I
that
love
one.
it.
Straight out of.
I've just been trying to place it. It's the same exact the way he does it.
So what I'm trying to imitate is the Nords from, I think it was Oblivion, or maybe even Skyrim.
We're gonna call it there, guys. I think, and
Cool deal.
It's still afternoon where you guys are at, so I don't think you guys need to rest. I don't think you have to do a short or long rest at this point. You'll just decide what you want to do when we come back. But thank you for tuning in to the first session, everybody out there in YouTube land. And I hope you all have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Take care. As soon as I can find the credit scene. There it is.